rugby league season definitely not over yet. We've still got plenty of rugby league to come. Just making sure we're on. I think we're on. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKRsport. I hope we're on. That would be a really, really good start here. But you know what's a really good start? Some rugby league. That's what I'm looking for today. Rugby league action between Fiji and the Cook Islands. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKRsport. It is time to rock and roll for round 2 of the Pacific. This is Bowl. The Pacific Bowl, not the Pacific Cup. The Pacific Cup obviously is Australia, New Zealand and Tonga, whilst the Pacific Bowl is Papua New Guinea, Fiji, and Cook Islands. Now, we've already seen one of these games happen in the Pacific Bowl, which was Papua New Guinea winning 22-10 over Fiji. Now, I don't even think that scoreline represents how much Papua New Guinea actually won that game by, really. Fiji were honestly awful in that one. I'm currently here in Fiji, in Nandi right now, but I have not travelled up to Suva for this game because obviously we just enjoy live streaming and whatnot with you guys. But last week, Fiji took on the Kumals and Papua New Guinea looked good. You know, they did look good, but Fiji also really helped in that regards. There was a lot of mistakes, especially Viliami kick out, Vili Bombili. He did not have a fantastic game there. So the Fiji Bati are looking to bounce back and bounce back strong here. With the way this standings and with the way the tournament is set up, it really does... It makes it very difficult to see anybody topping this Pacific Bowl outside of Papua New Guinea, especially considering that when you look at this Fiji and Cook Islands team, and I'll tell you about it in a second when I go through the two team lineups, obviously the Cook Islands, they aren't at the same level as these kind of guys like Fiji and Papua New Guinea, right? You do see a drastic difference there. So if Fiji were to win today, they would have to hope that and plead that Cook Islands beat Papua New Guinea next week, which I just can't see happening personally. I just can't see it happening. So this system is really kind of difficult overall, yeah, because we kind of already know who's won the Pacific Bowl. We kind of do. There is a option and there is a way, but I just doubt it personally, right? So yeah, look, we're going to round 2 here. Let's get into these two team lineups here at HOC Bank Stadium in Suva. Obviously, guys, jump into the comment section. Let us know who you're supporting. Do you think Fiji's going to win? Do you think Cook Islands going to win? Do you think I'm completely out of my world to assume that Cook Islands aren't necessarily at the level of Fiji and Papua New Guinea? I don't know. Just let me know in the comment section. But obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And also get around them Bulls, baby. Ooh, get around the Chicago Bulls today. Ooh, big day against the Milwaukee Bucks. We're back for the Bulls tomorrow. But all right. Fiji Bati. Ooh, Dorsal 50. They are in second. No, well, they're not in second position. Cook Islands didn't play last week, right? So I guess you can. I would argue that they're in third because they've lost more games than the Cook Islands, right? So I don't understand why it's got second there. So Fiji I would argue, would be in third. The Cook Islands just didn't play last week. They play host here at HSP Bank Stadium in Suva to the Cook Islands A2. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly there. But Cook Islands, like I said, did not play last week. So this is their first game. Now, the ins here for the Fiji Bati, James Valevatu and Ratu Renakama. The outs are Joe Lovendua and Nathan Keg King. The fullback, we got Sunya Taruva. Ooh, Sunya Taruva from the Penrith Panthers, also going to the West Tigers next year, but he is still a Panther. It is still 2024, but he is off to the West Tigers next year. You go to the wings, Micah Siva, the big bupper from the Parramatta Squeals, who is off actually, and Semi Valame from the Cowboys. Yeehaw? I think so. I'm pretty certain it's a Cowboy yeehaw there for Semi Valame. Unless something's mistaken there. You go to the centres of Michael Jennings from the Roosters still and Wonga Blake. Not too sure. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw this out there too. Last week, I got a comment from someone from Papua New Guinea going, "Oh, how do you not know where these players are from? Just not good enough. You're not good enough." Well, you know what? You wait till we get to this Cook Islands team and I ask you and plead you to tell me where all these players play, right? So I'm big in my NRL game, right? I'm big in regards to watching the NRL. But I'm not big in regards to watching all these other leagues around the world, man. Please forgive me for not knowing where Delahia Wigmore is from, with all due respect to him, because obviously he's a great player playing at the Cook Islands. But you can't expect me to know everything about every single player, and especially when they're not playing in the NRL, right? So I do forgive me if I don't know where some of these guys are playing, but it kind of is what it is. And I do encourage you to, create your own YouTube channel and do your own streaming if you would like a better production in regards to knowing where every single one of them play. We aren't Channel 9 here, and I guarantee you Channel 9 probably don't even do their research into I don't even think Channel 9 has the Pacific Cup, the Pacific Championship, to be fair. But anyway, long story short, love you, appreciate you, thumbs up, subscribe. I don't know where every single player plays. Do forgive me for my sins, okay? But Wonga Blake and Michael Jennings are the centres. Kevin, I'll give you this. Wonga Blake once played for the Eels. Hey, how about that? You thank me that? There you go. Thank you very much. Kevin Angama, the 5'8", with the halfback being Kurt Donahue from the Dolphins. You got the front row forwards, the props, Big Tui Gamagamita from the Melbourne Storm, who is also the captain, and also Ben Nakumbawai. You go to the 9, James Valivatu, who is the hooker. Different to last week's 9. Penioni Tagutuimua was the 9 last week, I'm pretty certain. Okay, they mixed it up there. You go to the back row, Billy, Bombili, kick out from the Bulldog Dog Woof Woof, and Tane Milne, who had a great game last week, to be completely honest with you. And then you go to the 13, which is Caleb Navali. Interchange, Penioni Tagutuimua, Kitioni Kautonga, Kylan Mafoa, and Jordan Miller, with the 18th minute placement being Ratu Renekama. So this Fiji team, strong, obviously, you know, you look deeper into it, you know there are guys like Regan Campbell-Gillard who haven't decided to play for Fiji. There's the Saifidi brothers and Daniel Saifidi, Jacob Saifidi. There is plenty of Duran Buller as well from the Tigers. Could have played the fullback and pushing Turuva to the wing or whatnot. But, you know, at 1 through 5, he's brilliant. Sunga Turuva, Sivo, Jennings, Wanga Blake and Semi Valame is all fantastic. So, you know, you do want to bring in Duran Buller. But I suggested last week, potentially if you bring in Duran Buller, maybe you chuck him into the 5'8", because I think they're screaming out for a half after what we watched last week. They're screaming out for a half. I do think that if there was a better player between Nangama and Donahue in last week's game against Papua New Guinea, it probably would have been looking towards the 5'8" there in Kevin Nangama. I thought he probably had a little bit of a better game overall. I think he probably had a little bit of a better game overall. But with that being said, I would say Duran Buller wouldn't be a halfback, right? And Kurt Donahue is still quite young. So I would push Duran Buller potentially into that 5'8" role. But overall, Fiji, they should be expected to win this game and win this game well today. They should be expected to win this game and win this game well today, which will give them a very minuscule opportunity at beating or getting into the Pacific Bowl alongside the Pacific Cup third place promotion relegation game, right? But a miracle needs to happen for them next week, and they still have to win this game, obviously. We go over to the Cook Islands. The fullback is Isom Ioka. The wingers, Stephen Masters and Rickson Andrew. The centres of Ruben Rennie and Delahia Wigmore. The 5'8", Brad Takarangi, with the halfback, Isan Masters. So 2 guys there. You guys may know through a little bit of the NRL action. Obviously, Brad Takarangi has done a little bit of the circuit. Played for the Titans, played for the Eels. Not too sure where else he played, to be completely honest with you. But I'm sure there'll be a comment from someone letting me know. And the halfback is Isan Masters, who was a winger for the Titans and winger for the Cowboys, but does play in the halves here for the Cook Islands. You go to the front row, the props, Tepai Moroa and Davi Mowali. The number 9 is Rua Ngatakaura. The back row, Zane Tetavano and Ruben Porter. 13, Pride Pedersen Rabati. Interchange, Kobe Tararo, Mason Teague, Justin Makarere, and Junior Taroi, with the 18th minute placement being Reese Dakin. Now, Chris Butler is also the referee here today, mind you. But overall, like, there's the guys that you would recognise. Might be Stephen Masters, because he's played a little bit of international footy here for Cook Islands, especially in that World Cup. If you're up at all hours in the morning with us watching the games, then you would know that Stephen Masters' name is obviously, I believe, the brother of Isan, or he could be the cousin. Not too sure, but Stephen Masters is a recognisable name. Who else maybe would people recognise? Obviously Takarangi and Isan Masters. Maybe you've heard Tepai Moroa. Ngatakura has been around the game for a little bit. Davi Mawali obviously playing Dragons. Zane Tavano has been around a few clubs throughout his time as well. And Mason Teague from the Dolphins. I think they're probably the recognisable names that most people who watch the game of rugby league would be able to kind of pick out. But outside of that, yeah, it's looking a little bit worrisome, right? And this is what I mean in regards to the development of the islands and the development of a team like the Cook Islands, or, you know, even these European teams. I think the Cook Islands eventually will be a good team for sure. You know, guys like Val Holmes are actually technically eligible for the Cook Islands. However, they are still very much developing. They are still very much an early stage of their rugby league international career, and they've got a long way to go still here, Cook Islands. But look, it's exciting stuff to see them hopefully progress and see what's to come. But you look at their star players, right, and the Brad Takarangi and Masters and whatnot. Takarangi was born in 1999, so I'm 94, so he's 35. He's 35 years old there. And then you move down and you have a look at Masters might actually not be. Yeah, he's actually 28. Jeez, that tells you a bit. But Isan Masters is 28 years old, so that's fine. Davin Mawali young, which is good. He's 2003, so he's 22, 21 years old. So that at least they can build through guys like Davin Mawali. Isan Miyako looks a little bit young. Yeah, 22 years old. So a lot of these guys are young. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you develop them. They grow into the player they can become, but you do want to see a lot more NRL talent amongst the team, obviously. You do want to see these guys, get this Cook Islands team being able to utilise a lot more NRL talent, or even Super League talent, to be completely honest with you. But overall, I'm tipping Fiji here. I would expect Fiji to have a 13-plus win. I think it would be very disappointing if Fiji don't win this game by 30-plus. I think that, maybe not very disappointing. I think it would be very disappointing if they don't win by, at very minimum, 13+. I think it would be disappointing if they don't win by 20+, and I think that it's a probably reasonable result if you're looking between that 24 to 34 kind of marker is where a good result, right? But obviously at the end of the day, it's rugby league, and at the end of the day, it's professionals, and they're selected for a reason. I'm trying my best to give Cook Islands a good opportunity here. It's very difficult because you go back and have a look at the World Cup as well. Like, they had some pretty big floggings as well. So Rugby League World Cup in 2022, I think it was. Where is it? Cook Islands. So the Cook Islands, they did beat Wales 18-12, but that's nothing to write home about. They lost 32-16 to Papua New Guinea, and they lost 92-10 to Tonga. So with Papua New Guinea only winning by 16 points, I remember that game. Papua New Guinea only winning by 16 points. It does give maybe the Cook Islands a little bit of hope in regards to being able to compete here with Fiji, considering that that's not a massive blowout. 16 points there, Papua New Guinea over Cook Islands in the World Cup is not a massive blowout. The following result, where they lost 92-10, however, that is a different story altogether, and that is the blowout that is the blowout that I'm talking about. So obviously Fiji are not on Tonga's level in that regards. In a World Cup though, Fiji do compete quite well with the big teams. Like, you go back and have a look at Fiji in the World Cup. They did lose 42-8 to Australia, to be fair. They did beat Italy 60-4, and they did beat Scotland 30-14, which isn't fantastic of a result, but they still got it. The loss to New Zealand was only by 6 points, and you could actually, if you watch that game, you know that it was an arguable robbery. Like, Fiji had so many bad calls go against him in this quarterfinal by the officiating that I look at that and I go, well, Fiji actually arguably, in my opinion, having watched that game, didn't necessarily deserve to win. But you could make an argument why they definitely didn't deserve to lose, that's for sure. There were some really poor calls. But that scoreline, regardless of that, and the fact that officiating even comes into the question, shows that they were up for the challenge and they can get up for those kind of games. Obviously, Australia went on to win that World Cup, and Australia went on to beat New Zealand the week after that. So, yeah, I feel like Fiji have to be winning this game well, but if they play like they did last week, it could be a close game. If they play like they did last week, it could be a close game. If they play like they should play like, then they should have a bit of a blowout. But all right, guys, let's get to the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. Obviously, coming away. Let us know your thoughts about this one. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Pump it home. Go Bulls. See red. Let's go. Paul Tati says, Fiji will have a slight victory. 6 points margin is the estimate. Wow, okay. Like, I agree. I do believe Fiji will get the victory here today. However, I think that it should be a larger result than that. I think that Fiji should put a bigger scoreline through. You know, you go and have a look at the comparisons here of this 1 through 7. We're looking at the scoring, right? We're not looking necessarily at the defensive nature and the real tough yards at the middle here. We're looking at the scoring, right? So you've got Suna Turuva, NRL player, up against Iso Mioka, not NRL player. Sivo and Valame, both NRL players, up against Stephen Masters and Rickson Andrew, not NRL players. The centers of Michael Jennings and Wonga Blake, NRL players, up against Ruben Rennie and Delahaya Wigmore, not NRL players. So that 1 through 5 is full of NRL talent, and the 1 through 5 of Cook Islands there's no NRL talent there. You go into the halves, Kevin Nangama and Kurt Donahue. Nangama has played NRL. Kurt Donahue is on the brink. He's like at the Dolphins system. against Brad Takarangi and Isan Masters. Masters has played it, not in a halfback role, however, and Brad Takarangi obviously has played it. I don't think he was 5/8 role, though, wasn't he? What was he again? Was he more of like a centre back in the day? I feel like he's played more. I feel like he's a centre when he was at the Titans and when he was at the Eels. Could be wrong. But anyway, the point is that both guys there have a lot of experience, however, not in the role that they're playing here today. So that's where the issue does come there. So that 1 through 7, you do lean pretty much everywhere towards the Fiji Bati. However, I could listen to an argument where you say Brad Takarangi and Isan Masters, based on experience, outdo the inexperience of Kurt Donahue and the experience of Kevin Nangama. But again, there's three players in these halves for both these teams that aren't halves. Isan Masters is not a half, Takarangi is not a half, and Kevin Nangama is not a half. And this emphasises the fact that the Islands always struggle in regards to the halves. Samoa is starting to come out of it. You're starting to see the halves develop a lot more. Probably the only team that really has some really solid halves in the likes of Jerome Luai, Chanel Harris Tavita. They've had Milford, who was good despite the meme. It is always his fault, but Samoa has started to come out of it. Tonga's still craving halves. They've got Tui Moala Lolahia and who's the half from the Dolphins, Isaiah Katoa, right, who there was a lot of critique on from that game against Australia. So Tonga's still in that problem. I would say Papua New Guinea's at a pretty safe level. You're not going to get insane quality out of Labour and Lamb, but you're going to get a real consistent quality out of Labour and Lamb. So I think they're in a better position than most. However, you look at it on paper and you go, what the shit is that? But when they actually play together, you're like, okay, well, I get that shit now. I get it. You know, they do actually play well. Look at what they did against Fiji last week. So Cook Islands, they're struggling. Fiji always struggle. They usually play Apisa Koroisau in the halves in the World Cup. And if Koroisau was a part of this team, which obviously he is not, then he would more than likely be going into that 7 role. Maybe Kurt Donahue would go to the 6. I wonder whether they'd put Kevin Nangama, because I don't think they'd put him into the 9. I feel like that Koroisau is wasted in the 9 when he is playing for Fiji, who, like James Valivatu, I don't know a great deal about. Penny Tunga's doing more I do like. I do understand why they put him into the halves. However, he is clearly not a half as well. So the issue with the Islands, and Appy's on the screen now, the issue with the Islands, they never have a consistent halves pairing, and usually they're not even halves. So that's why Papua New Guinea should be very thankful right now for their halves, and Samoa they are building in regards to their halves. Jordan Purcell. So anyway, point that I was making, Fiji should tear up with that 1 through 7. Especially the 1 through 5. They should tear up. So that's why I question the 6-point margin. Jordan Purcell, big up. Slapper is not a fan of the Eels. Not a big fan of the Squeals. Slapper says, did you get a democracy sausage today? How do I get a democracy sausage when I'm in an Andy, man? That's vitty. Not a fucking level, man. Fatava. I'm in Fiji. Where's the democracy sausage? It's not Fiji. It's not Fiji election, Slapper. Come on, man. Andrew says, hi, Blaze, hope you're good. Going well, mate. Bulls won today. Man, still going to win this week. We're flying, son. Flying. Yes, Slapper, there you go. I am in Fiji. That's what our PM named his doodle. What is going on here? What is happening here? Adam says, do you think the Kiwis can upset the Aussies? Good question. Great question. I think that the answer is yes, they can upset the Aussies. If you're asking me if the Kiwis upset the Aussies, then I'm probably going to give you a different answer and say, no, I don't think so. I think that Australia will have a lot to prove after a pretty disappointing effort last week against Tonga, despite the fact they did get the win. Maybe not disappointing, not at their best is what I'll probably say there. Plus also you've got to bring into the context the embarrassment of losing 30-0 in that game last year in New Zealand. So I do feel like Australia tomorrow, which we will be live for obviously, I do feel like Australia will be well up for the challenge. I think they'll be well up to prove the doubters. I don't even know if it's doubters, right? No one's doubting Australia, but prove the negative naysayers wrong in regards to, and I've had my complaints, I have my critiques about the team. But they're going to be out tomorrow to really prove that wrong. And it is in Australia. You do usually find that New Zealand will beat Australia in New Zealand, but Australia will beat New Zealand everywhere else. So that does take into account, because I think tomorrow's game, where is it? Where is tomorrow's game? It's not Suncorp. It is... Oh, no, it's in Christchurch. Well, there you go. Or, there you go. Maybe Maybe. The final, however, the final will be in Sydney. So maybe we see the opposite of last year where Australia flogged New Zealand in Australia and then went over to New Zealand, got flogged themselves. Maybe you see New Zealand win tomorrow and then the Kangaroos bounce back. However, I just think there's a lot of context that goes into this game that does provide a pretty good standing point for the Kangaroos to bounce back. If you want to say bounce back, well, or not, that's up to you. However, I definitely do lean with Australia. And yes, okay, sure, I'm Australian, but that's not coming from a biased standpoint. That's just me saying that New Zealand are going to be there, and New Zealand will compete. But I feel like Australia's got a lot to play for in regards to tomorrow. Elodie says, how do these comps work? Does the winner of the bowl versus the bottom team of the cup? No, so there is first and second of the cup will play each other in the final, like we saw last year. The team who comes third in the Pacific Cup, which is going to be Tonga, let's just say it how it is, it'll be Tonga. Unless, I guess, Tonga beats New Zealand next week, then it's all up in the air and New Zealand gets knocked out. If Australia beats New Zealand tomorrow, and then Tonga got up for that game against New Zealand, which if they play like last week and actually have a little bit of clinicalness about their halves, they have a chance there. However, let's go in for safety records, let's go say Tonga for now. So Tonga come third, then whoever wins the Pacific Bowl, which between Papua New Guinea, Fiji and Cook Islands, right now you're assuming it's going to be Papua New Guinea. A miracle would have to happen for it to not be to Papua New Guinea. But then that would mean Papua New Guinea play Tonga, and I think whoever wins that game actually plays in the Pacific Cup next year. It's like a promotion relegation system is what I've heard. That's like a promotion relegation system. So it's interesting. It definitely is. It's definitely interesting, but there's still room for improvement. But it's a lot better system than it was last year. Last year was an issue. Last year was a big problem because you saw Papua New Guinea played Fiji in the last game of in the third round or second round or whatever, the last game before the final, and Australia played New Zealand the last game before the final. And both Australia played New Zealand again the following week, and Papua New Guinea played Fiji the following week, and we saw the complete opposite change of results and whatnot. Whether they had a play in it or not, it doesn't matter. It's the point that it was a repetitive matchup 2 weeks in a row, and we all knew that from the start because the Cook Islands are not at that level yet, and Samoa played with a completely separate team to what you would expect. They brought in guys like Fa'along, or they put Luai into a position. No, they didn't. They put Stephen Crichton into the 5'8". Sorry, I don't think Luai even played. So yeah, it was a very, very different Samoan team. So we knew from the start what was going to happen last year. This year it's a little bit different. We still know who's going to be in the Pacific Cup final, but we didn't necessarily know who would make it out of Papua New Guinea, Fiji kind of deal. Adam said, will you ever stream another NBA or MLB game again? Adam, I was streaming today for the Bulls. What you talking about, Adam? Adam, hello? Adam, I streamed the Chicago Bulls versus the Milwaukee Bucks literally today. What? Hello, Adam. Are we awake here, Adam? Are we awake? Is that? Come on now. Someone says this shouldn't be close, surely. I don't think so, Seb. I don't think so. Trio says, good work, BK. What's the scoop? What's the scoop on what scoop are we scooping? What are we scooping up here? What are we scooping? What are you asking for the scoop on? I'm just trying to scoop up a nice little stream here. That would be fantastic. That would be very nice if we could scoop up a stream. Because right now it's streaming. Because I'm not on the VPN like I was. I'm not on the VPN like I was the other week, so I need to rely upon these online streams this week. Andrew says, hope the chat and Mr. Streamer are all good. Hi from the UK. Get around it. Shining Stars, my prediction, 32-16 to Fiji. Don't mind it. I think Fiji should win by more, but I don't mind that scoreline, especially considering that was the same scoreline Papua New Guinea beat Cook Islands by in the World Cup 2 years ago. Who you got tomorrow, Andrew? England or Samoa? Well, technically it's not tomorrow. It's Monday. I actually had to tell someone about this today, actually. But Monday at 2:30 a.m. my time in Fiji is England versus Samoa. And 1:30 New South Wales time, 12:30 a.m. Queensland time. I will be live for it. From a different spot, though. I'll be going down to a different area. Jordan Purtle says, I'm a big fan of Chicago Bulls, but what a big win yesterday. Well, that was today, mate. And you've got Dallas Cowboys logo, but get around the Bulls. To be found wearing a Detroit Lions hat. Andrew says, I'll be at the City game again later. 3 p.m. kickoff our time. Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. LG says, hope so as he's captain for my fantasy team. Sick, that's a good system. Yeah, it's a better system. I think there's still a lot to work on, but it is definitely a better system than we have seen from last year for sure. Okay, beautiful. I think the stream is starting to work now. 15 minutes to go into a kickoff here, guys. 15 minutes to go into a kickoff. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here and keep on giving those score predictions in the chat. Skangle says 8:10 p.m. Geez, you've gone live early. What? 8:10 p.m. here in Fiji, you muppet. Skunkle? Yeah, this is what happens with Phoenix Suns fans. They can't even win today against the Laker, and they doesn't even know that that game starts in 15 minutes' time because I live in the Fiji. Man. Oh, my goodness me. Davo says, you think Stefano will take a bit of pressure off Big Nuss next season? I hope so. I'm not even thinking about next year, bro. I want to get through this year first, man. I'm not thinking about 2025 whatsoever, man. That's whatsoever. But sure, like I hope you'd expect so under Craig Bellamy. You would expect so. I'm like, sure. But I haven't done any thought process into what's going to happen in 2025 because I wanted to get through this year first, man, so that I can stop thinking about rugby league for a bit, and then we can think about that at a later date for sure. But you do definitely get burnt out from rugby league, man. There is a lot of rugby league in a year. You start up the year in February, and we're about to go into more rugby league in November. So there's just no break. You know, you feel for the players, you do, because their bodies, and I know I talk to these boys, but like their bodies are just. Like Chrissy Randall, for example, a mate of mine. Like I spoke to him about the playing every single game this year for the Titans, and that was 24 games, and his body was wrecked, man. So that's not even including international footy, which obviously he doesn't play, but that's just the point. Like their bodies are wrecked from the NRL season. Then you've got Origin for some players, and then you've got the internationals for others. You've got the pre-season as well. You know, there's a lot of rugby league, man. So bringing an off-season comp slapper says, gee whiz, shut up, slapper. Gee whiz. Yeah, no, and there is like people asking for off-season comps. I don't think they understand. I don't think they actually really kind of acknowledge, because a lot of the people who are calling for like off-season comps and whatnot are those who probably don't watch it week to week, or just don't have the ability to acknowledge that it is a very, very long season. You know, there's more conversation that should be had around maybe potentially shortening. But I think that the season will be shortened once we see more teams come in, because obviously the 18th team will come in very, very soon. And then you'll see after that, who else we got after? Oh, we've got 19 and 20 teams coming in the next 8 years or whatever it is. Before 2032, we're meant to have a 19th team and a 20th team, which then I will assume they're probably going to separate it up into divisions, and then you'll more than likely see each team. I don't even know. Once they separate into divisions, there's actually potential they might not even have teams playing each other at least once. But maybe they might even go down a path of where you only play teams once. Right, so I don't know. It's an interesting thought process, but it's definitely something to think about at a later date. These streams just don't seem to be going right now. These streams. Luckily, the game doesn't start for another 12 minutes. Because I am still just struggling to get a stream here. They play more than they used to, but hell, I'd like to have played sport as my job. Yes, but there is a lot more that goes into it than just play. Like, this is long-term effects as well, right? These guys don't just go out there for fun and just have a kick around. Like, they train 24/7. They're very strict. It's very strict in regards to what they can eat, what they can do. They're actually legally not allowed to do a lot of things, because in their contract it could be, for example, right? You can't go skydiving. You can't go bungee jumping. You can't even go on jet skis a lot of the time, because that is technically classed as something that could injure you, right? So you're contracted to not be able to do stuff. It's actually very limited in what you can do. And it's like, yes, I get the point that you're making there, but I also think it's a little bit... I also think it's a tad unfair to the boys in regards to making it sound like it's just like an easy thing of just playing footy every week, right? There's so much that goes into it. But with that being said, I enjoy it. They enjoy it. We all enjoy it. But it's not like an easy gig that they have. David says, who's your money on for the 19th and 20 team? 18th team, I'm taking Papua New Guinea. I reckon they will give the Papua New Guinean team. The 19th team, I'd probably be saying they're looking at Perth. And the 20th team, I do think they'll give it to the South Island New Zealand team, because I do think they want to create a rivalry between the North and the South. And I think that's the best option. I do. I think it's the best option there, to try and create that rivalry, to really kind of gain on the to really gain on that market, and to gain. Is there a chance? Can you actually watch K with Fiji? No way, surely not. Yeah, no, I was going to say, geez, let me get on there. But yeah, because I think 18 team is already pretty much guaranteed that Papua New Guinea will get it. Bears getting dunked on by PNG. Well, I try to tell everyone this. Like, everyone was always trying to say, like, oh, it's guaranteed, the Bears are coming in. It definitely it just never was a fact. It's just their media team, bro. They just know how to market the hype. They're trying to create the hype behind their team so that people are like, oh yeah, shit, yeah. And then the NRL is like, oh, there's a lot of keen eyes for this. Maybe we should. That's what they're doing, man. that's what they're doing. Come on, man. Let me do it. I could actually have done watch NRL overseas. Oh, that's NRL though. PNG home game's going to look like the longest yard. Well, no. We get to see Papua New Guinea international games all the time. We see Papua New Guinea international games all the time. We saw it last year and the year before that, whatnot. But the stadium's not bad. It's just that as an away fan, I'd be a little bit concerned. But no, I wouldn't say it's like some out of this world shit. We get to see that quite frequently. With the international team, and it's a great atmosphere. But the funny thing is that you find in the international game, people don't necessarily turn up until the back end of the game if it's like close or whatnot. Like, you'll see a large portion of people turn up, but then the back end of the game, you'll see the stands really full in comparison, and they really start to open up because people start hearing the words, not that expensive to go and whatnot. So if the team's not doing well, you'll probably struggle to get crowds and whatnot. Okay, here we go. It's on. Now it's working. That took a long time to find. They are out in the field, the Cook Islands. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. Keep coming in the chat what your thoughts are. But the Cook Islands are out there in the field, or both teams are out there in the field right now. Oh, it's looking pretty choppy, man. Please start working. Please. I'm begging, man. I'm begging. It shouldn't be this hard to watch a game. It should not be this hard and this difficult to watch a game. Also, don't let me forget to update that live score when the game does start, because I do have to go and refresh it myself. So, national anthem of the Cook Islands right now. Decent enough crowd there. It's not like jam-packed. I guess the concrete area is pretty jam-packed, but the grass area is pretty open. The grass area, which is on the north and the south side here in Suva. Alright, let me try a different one here. Let me try a different one, because that was just stopping and starting. It's always fun when you're international, man. I'm going to find this interesting when I'm overseas next year. I'm going to find... I guess I can click on Watch NRL. I can do the Watch NRL one from where I am next year, but... Yikes. Big old yikes here. I'm going to make a prediction and say Fiji win 44-6. That's what I'm going to go. Maybe even 44-12. That's going to be my little prediction here. And it says overs market 50.5. What do you reckon? I'd say probably over. I'd say you'd probably be looking at over there. Fiji should score probably most of those points too. I can stream in Discord and just mute my mic. No, it's working here. Like it. Yeah, I think it's fine. If it keeps on stopping and starting like this, then yeah, I probably will need you to. It is actually something exciting. Or maybe try that. Maybe try that, man. But I don't know what it is. It's like the national anthem of Fiji is on right now, but it's just stopping and starting, which is just grinding the living shit out of my patience. It's grinding my patience. Oh man, overs on Fiji handicap. $2 dos. Why not both? For Fiji, ever Fiji. For Fiji. See, it just stops and stops, man. This is actually infuriating. Infuriating. But no, I'd say both there. I don't even know, how does that streaming thing work, Sam? How does streaming that work? Exit that. Try that. Luckily, the game hasn't started or anything yet. Luckily, it hasn't started. We're still waiting for it to start. We just got the national anthems. The game's starting in about 5 minutes' time because you've still got the Nongamasu. Oh, this one might be working. This one might be working. Yep. Tui coming can meet. Yes, it is. Okay, it's all right. It's alright. No, you can't access KO over here, Jay. You can't access KO in Fiji. Alright. So this is working now, it's fine. No, we're good now, Skunkle. We're good. It's working now. So Cook Islands, what's their haka name? Cook Islands haka. What's it called? What's it called? No, now definitely does not work. What's this haka called? I think it might be just called the haka, to be fair. I think it might be just called the haka. So Brad Takarangi, he is leading the haka right now. Tomorrow should be a really good game, though. Like, it should be. I'm surprised that Australia is as heavy favourites as they are. However, New Zealand's team is a little bit all over the shop. It is a tad bit all over the shop, that New Zealand team. I am surprised with a couple of the selections there, especially I think they've got Chanel Harris-Tavita as the 6, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 6. By the way, just please confirm for me in the chat that the internet is working fine and this stream is going alright, please. That would be good. Thank you. Alright, so Cook Islands have done their haka. And now we should get the Nongomasu. I do love those Cook Island jerseys though. The way the green is really good. Yeah, not bad. Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. Are you going to be here tomorrow as well, Skunkle, for the Bulls and Oklahoma City Thunder game? I know Jay won't be because that man sleeps in until about an hour ago. Jay only woke up an hour ago, which is 7 o'clock Fiji time, but Perth time, that's 1994. What? I can join in. Mate, I tell you what, I might need it because, to be fair, our Bull Streets have actually been doing numbers, man. Like, usually you'd, with like the NBA and whatnot, especially considering I don't have a massive basketball audience, usually you have like maybe 5-10 people watching. We've had like on average 60 to 80 people tuning in recently for the first 2 games. I was courtside watching my Bull smash. Bull smash, Jay. Bull smash. How long till the game starts? Well, we're just listening to the Nongal Muscle now for Fiji, and then I'm assuming the kickoff will come straight on after. Yeah, this audio is so scuffed and cut. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah. That's what it's hearing like right now. It is really ruining the moment, eh? Eddie says the audio on Channel 9's freaking out. Yeah, it's happening everywhere, man. It is happening everywhere. It's like a Fiji beat, man. It's like we're in a club with the Nongal Muscle. That's what we're hearing right now, if you're wondering. That's literally what we're hearing. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're still hearing it. We can't actually hear them sing the Nongal Muscle like it should be. Andrew Moscow's, well, obviously, apologies. Oh, man. No, we're not being disrespectful. I don't think anyone thought that you were deliberately messing with the hymn, man. Alright, here we go, guys. Hayne was flag boy. Oh, was Hayne there? I didn't even see him. Alright, well, yeah, good crowd there on the concrete over there. Not so much on the grass. I would assume the grandstand's probably full. The grandstands are always full there in Suva. Big Dewey coming, Kamitha getting ready. I would like it to be a close game. I doubt it, but I would like it to be a close game. Oh, isn't All Blacks playing today or something, Sam? Are they playing Japan or something? New Zealand All Blacks. Or is that too early? Oh, they did play them today. Yeah, they won 64-19. When do the Wallabies play? The Wallabies play... Oh, not until 10th of November against England. Ugh. Ugh. So Watson. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, son. That finished a bit ago. Yeah, well, I'm not a Kiwi, mate. I'm not a Kiwi here. I don't know. I don't think... Oh, you know what? I'm going to go watch a team that's kind of better than mine. It just says, odds have gotten closer on some markets. Is it raining? Yeah, it's been raining here in Nandi. I don't know what the weather is in Suva. I can't see much rain here. Maybe it starts to rain soon, but I know in Nandi it's been raining today. But no, it should be fine. Again, I'm saying minus 15.5 and over 50.5. That's my prediction here. Turuva, Sivo, Jennings, Blake, Valame, Nangama, Donahue, Kami Kameta, Valevatu, Nakumbawai, Kikau, Milne, Navale, Interchange, Tagituimua, Kautonga, Mafoa, and Miller. Replacement of Renakama, Coach Wise Katevarata. This game's starting a little... Oh, no, it's meant to start at 10 p.m, to be honest. They're just doing that. I'm surprised. Why do they do, like, warm-ups after they do the national anthem of each country and also the Nongolmasu / Haka? I don't understand why they do all these warm-ups and whatnot after that. Why don't you do all that beforehand and then do the national anthems and whatnot and then go out? Shouldn't... I'm surprised. It doesn't really make sense to me why you would do that, but sure thing. But sure. Yeah, fair enough. You do you. Viliami Kikau, I would be expecting to have a much better game here today. I would expect him to have a much better game because last week was just horrific. It was just horrific. By the way, we've got a really significant change coming, and there's a big announcement coming. I'd probably say in January to be fair, but on the BKRtravel channel, there is a really big thing coming. So if you haven't subscribed to it, I would suggest doing so because it will impact BKRsport too. It will impact BKRsport in 2025. Skunkle says, people say it's an unfair advantage with war dancers because it kind of warms them up while the other team stands there. That is potentially the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I know that's not you saying that, Skunkle, but whoever is saying that, that is possibly the dumbest thing that I could ever think of in the history of thinking of. All right, Fiji, we'll kick it off here at the Cook Islands. Hit that like button and subscribe, and it'll be the Cook Islands who grab the ball, bring it back here through... Oh, Tepa Maroa, who gets crunched by Billy Amikigao. Yeah, the TV quality is horrible, Slubber. Last week it was fine, but this week the audio is screwing up and the TV is screwing up as the actual broadcast itself too. It can't heaps of the haka. Well, I saw someone on Reddit today, third tackle here for the Cook Islands. I saw someone on Reddit saying that Fiji need to stop doing the Nongolmasu hymn because it's not like threatening. And it's like, well, there is a haka. The Fiji Rugby Union team do their own haka, but like, I love the Nongolmasu. Oh, damn! Viliami Kikau was going for the big hit there, but he kind of only hit himself. That was a really strong strong work there by the Cook Islands to not get absolutely whooped in that tackle. And that's going to be Micah Sivo. Grabs the ball at the 10. Nearly goes over the sideline. Oh my gosh, Micah Sivo has knocked the ball on with his first carry of the game. Is this the same Fiji? Is this the same Fiji from last week? Because if that's the case, this is going to be an awful game. Blazers behind KO, any spoils will be banned. How far am I behind KO, Skunkle? How far am I behind? I'm probably about 10 seconds in front of you. In front of me to the YouTube. I can't believe Micah Sivo has just dropped that ball on the first carry. I dead said, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. Jeez, that's just poor, man. Well, all right. So it's going to be... Oh, there's a bit... Yeah, there was a little bit of a hoo-ha. A little bit of a hoo-ha here. They're just bringing in the two captains to say no punching on. He's streaming on kick. No, sir. Scrum set now. That doesn't... As in, like, the scrum has already been completely set. I don't know what that... We got to explain a little bit more. Yeah, they come out trying to make a statement, and the Cook Islands have done well there. The Cook Islands have done really well. Actually, I've got to refresh this scoreline below me. Hold on. Second tackle now. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit behind. All right. So it's going to be Cook Islands now who bring this ball out to the 20. Kamik and Mitha. I tell you what, Fiji have definitely come out with some intent here. They definitely have come out with some intent. Second tackle, another big hit there from Vili. Well, he's attempting to make a big hit here, Vili by Vili Amikikau. Second tackle now for the Cook Islands. They're 15 out. They go left-hand side and, big run by Tepa Maroa. Third tackle here, 7 metres out. Can the Cook Islands get on the board early here, provide a bit of a shockwave and send the Fijians into a bit of despair? Because if they continue from last week, this is going to be awful. Right-hand side, Ngatakura off to Davi Mawali, and Davi Mawali is going to be 5 metres out from the line. Fiji do look nervous, I agree. Fiji do look nervous here. Ngata Kaura out the back to Isan Masters. Masters here. They flick it back, and that's what you get when you have... Oh, now Fiji are away. Fiji are away. Fiji are away. Kevin Ngama. Kevin Ngama at the 45, at the 50. He flicks it on the back here to Wonga Blake. Oh, for gosh sake, Fiji. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to lose my mind. It's been 3 minutes, or 2 minutes and 15 seconds. 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and we've seen Fiji drop the ball twice on 2 sets. They are 0 from 2 in regards to their sets. They are 0 from 2 in their sets. That's insane to me. Second tackle now for the Cook Islands, and it's going to be 25 metres out. Give PNG the bowl now. Riley Capford, the bowl was given last week, man. Come on, man. How do you have a 0 from 2 completion rate with the... Oh, man. That's wild. So they go right through Takarangi, gives it off to... number 12. He debuted for the Tigers this year. Who is it? Who is it? Ruben Porter. Fair enough. Fifth tackle now for the Cook Islands. They're 13 metres out. I wouldn't expect the Cook Islands to have too much in regards to the attack here. So Fiji still shouldn't be conceding, to be fair. But goes there, and Sivo, I would assume, has caught this ball. And he does catch it. I thought that was in the field of play, but no, it's going to be in the in goal. That's going to be the end goal here. So that's going to be a 7 tackle set here for Fiji. And that is going to be the issue here. This will be the issue for the Cook Islands today. They're not going to have a great deal of attack. And it's not like Fiji's defense is anything spectacular by any means, any stretch of the imagination. But you will see a lot of struggle in regards to the Cook Islands putting something together, considering their 5'8" and their halfback are not 5'8" and halfbacks. They just simply are not. Not that Fiji's are anything better, but overall I would expect the Fiji halves to do better through Donahue and Kevin Ngama. So it's Fiji with second tackle now, and they're going to get this ball here to the 50. Micah Siva. 36 minutes to go here of the first half. Vate Farata is the 9. I'm surprised they haven't gone with Penny Tanga Dumua. I really am. I'm surprised. Third tackle now for Fiji, and that's a 6 again here for Fiji. Oh, are you joking? They're 0-3. They've just knocked the ball on again. They've just knocked the ball on again, Fiji. They are 0 from 3 completed sets. They are 0% in regards to completions. That is insanity. That is insanity. Second tackle ever Cook Islands at the halfway point. And it's a penalty. This is possibly nearly the worst start to a rugby league team, who are actually quite decent normally, that I have ever seen. I can't believe what I'm watching. I can't believe what I'm watching. Alright, well, fair enough. So Cook Islands with the ball here, 35 metres out. They give it off here to Takarangi, then off to Davi Mawali, and Mawali's going to be 30 metres out here from the line. I don't know who they're talking about there in the commentary, but it's going to be second tackle now for the Cook Islands. Ngatakara off to Isan Masters, and Zane Tetavano now 24 metres out from the line. Third tackle. Oh, and there's another knock on. There's another knock on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, oh boy. What are we in for tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What are we in for tonight? It's a great question. It's a fantastic question. Tried to flick out the back. No, knock on. Papua New Guinea will run rampant with this Cook Islands team next week. They'll run rampant. They will run rampant. 7 minutes gone. It'll be Fiji ball here at the 20. Australia play New Zealand the women's tomorrow as well. I won't stream it because I'll be doing the Bulls game, but that'll be a good game. Penalty Fiji. Would like to see a little bit more quality out of this game at the moment. Would like to see a little, like an actual completed set would be nice for Fiji. Yeah, that was a high. It was close to it. It was a high tackle they've called. Could go either way, that one. But all right, Fiji now the ball. First tackle at the halfway point. 1 penalty apiece at the moment. Who you win? Who I win, Dasmate? Who I win? If I'm going based off who I said beforehand, Fiji by a canter. If I'm going based off what I've seen so far, nobody. The people who aren't watching it. If Fiji complete this set, it'll be their first completed set of the entire game. And we're 8 minutes deep. Third tackle now for Fiji at the 30. They go left-hand side off to Donahue to Sonia Turuva, and Turuva gets away from the tackle there. Nice work there from Turuva, and it'll be fourth tackle, 18 metres out. Can Fiji score with their first attack of the game? They go left-hand side to Billy on a kick out. He runs it in, gets the offload away beautifully to the number 9, and he'll be taken down 5 metres out of the line. Alex Glenn playing. No, Alex Glenn's not playing. Alex Glenn is the coach. So right-hand side of Donahue. Donahue kicks it through, and that was not a good kick there from Donahue, and Cook Islands will grab the ball here 2 metres out from the line. No, but Nigel Plum is. Nigel Plum. What a player. Definitely didn't wake up today thinking I'd hear that name. Second tackle here, 4 metres out from the line. Alex Glenn is definitely not playing, man. Third tackle now at the 10. Not making a great deal of metres at the moment. This is a nice little run here, though, from the number 9. Who's their number 9? Their number 9 is Ruangatakaura. And it'll be fifth tackle here at the 30. It's not a great set there from the Cook Islands, but where's the fullback here? You know, where's the fullback here? What are we watching, lads? What are we watching? And now it's going to be Semi Valame out to the 35. Is it wet? Is it raining and we just can't see it through this camera angle, which a lot of the time can actually happen? How is this having a drop ball here? Second tackle here. Kevin Nangama off to... is that Caleb Navale? Third tackle now at the 40. That's Wang or Blake. Now 35 metres out. Arguably should be a 6 again there. Has been pushed down. But they go left off to... Now it's Caleb Navale. And they're going to be 30 metres out. Fourth tackle. Let's see a little bit of expansiveness here, Fiji. Out right-hand side. Kevin... I don't know what I'm watching, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes gone here. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm not too sure what I'm watching. And this is the problem with having halves that are not halves. I don't know what that was just then from Kevin Nangama, but it wasn't a kick. It wasn't a kick, that's for sure. Second tackle over the Cook Islands at the 35. I genuinely don't know what I'm watching right now. Third tackle against Port of the 40. And now it's a penalty. This is the worst 10 minutes to a rugby league game I've ever seen in my life. This is just penalty fest, knock-on fest, mistake fest. Definitely not the best up for Fiji. Not best up for either of these teams, but specifically Fiji. John Oliver is actually on the wing as well. John Olive. He was a big name coming through, man. Never obviously came on as a player, but John Olive was a big name that was coming through the system. All right. Cook Islands, 23 metres out now from the line. Can they do something? They've had quite a few attacks now, just obviously nothing really emanating from it. Second tackle, 15 metres out. 29 minutes to go here first half. Watching the clock. And they've kicked the ball on second tackle. But they get the ball back. They flick it on the back to Isom Ioka. And Ioka will be taken down 2 metres out. Very lucky the ball bounced straight back to Masters. No idea why he kicked it, but sure. They go left off to a bopper. And Tepai Maroa. They'll be taken down 1 metre out, however. And Ruben Poor, Gatakaura will score. Cook Islands score first. Fiji are dead set. You need to have a good hard look at yourselves, man. They've got to have a really, really good hard look at themselves. This is not the Fiji team we have seen for decades now. This is not the Fiji team that has gone through the semi-finals in the World Cup. This is not the Fiji team that we have seen. This is a disgrace right now. They have knocked the ball on 3 or 4 times in the first 12 minutes of this game. They are playing a team that is so much weaker than them in regards to the NRL talent, in regards to the quality on the field, and they've just conceded 4-0 here with a kick to come. They are taking on a team that they are expected to beat convincingly, and they've knocked the ball on that many times, and that stupid kick from Kevin Angama that went directly into the hands of the Cook Islands that made a break for them on third tackle or whatever. It is a disgrace right now. I will say that, because this is an absolutely pathetic first 12 minutes. Now, could this change around? Absolutely sure. Could Fiji still win this game? They should. They still should go on and win this game. But this, at the moment, is an absolutely pathetic performance that they need to absolutely have a good, hard look at themselves in the mirror about, because it does not look like they are playing for their jersey at the moment. Could that be wrong? Sure. Could I be wrong? Sure. But there is no way that anybody is watching this Fiji team right now and is seeing the team that we've known this team to be for a long time. And you go back and have a look at the Papua New Guinea game, and it proves it even further. Both Papua New Guinea game and this game have been so similar in regards to the lacking of effort, the constant errors, the constant mistakes, and nothing is going for them because they just they're not putting in the effort that is needed. They go in with a couple of tackles early doors, miss those tackles in regards to the big old hits. Everything is going wrong for Fiji. So what is going wrong? If everything's going wrong, what is going wrong? Because this Fiji team, if they play a team like Australia, New Zealand, they lose by 100. They lose by 80 points, 90 points, which is what Cook Islands lost to Tonga by 94 points to 6 in the World Cup. And yet Cook Islands are currently beating Fiji. So what is going on with this team? Maybe don't select a 5'8" and a halfback that are not 5'8" and are not halfbacks. It really is. It's insanity to me. Insanity. 13 minutes gone. How many mistakes have they made? Let's go have a look at the actual error count. Do you believe I'm wrong in regards to what I've just said? Let me know why. Let me know why. Team stats. Oh, that's not even really working right now. Alright, so Cook Islands now, they're going to bring this ball out here to the 15. And like, this is good for Cook Islands. But Fiji deserves that little slap up just then. Team stats. So the Fiji Bati had 3 from the 7. They are currently at about a 40-odd% completion rate. Third tackle for the Cook Islands at the 30. Fiji broadcast is currently better than the team. Yeah, pretty much, Uncle. Pretty much. Obviously, early, I still believe Fiji win this game, but that doesn't mean that they don't deserve that little bit of a roasting that I've just done. Because, and now the picture quality is all over the shop. Alex Gaming Vlog says, yo, hello, mate, how you doing? So Fiji will grab this ball here at the 20, and they're going to bring this ball back now to the 25. They give it outside to Semi Valame. Again, I expect Fiji to still win this game and win this game well, but this opening 15 is not something that is acceptable at Fiji level. So second tackle now, and they're going to bring this ball out, especially with all this NRL talent. Second tackle at the 42. I think that was Tangi Tuimua. Jeez, the Fiji broadcast is really struggling in regards to its quality right now. Third tackle, and they're going to go right-hand side off to Tane Milne. Good run by Tane Milne. You want to see that really hard nut run. You definitely can't say Tane Milne doesn't try. He was one of their better players last week and is at least trying hard in this game too. Fourth tackle, they go left-hand side off to Kevin Angama. Angama off to Donahue. Donahue, Tui Kamikamitha. And that's a strong run by Kamikamitha with post-contact, 25 metres out. Off to Kurt Donahue. Okay, let's see a better kick here, Donahue. Puts that up, and that's actually a really good kick. That's a really good kick. We'll bounce here for Fiji. Kurt Donahue picks it up himself. 6 again here. They give it underneath to Caleb Navale. Navale! Oh, 1 metre short here. First tackle. First tackle here. Out the back now to... Oh, the easy try. So Turuva. Pushka Turuva. Finally. There we go. Oh, and they're going to go check it. What's happened here? Is there an obstruction? I think, yeah, they're looking to see if there's an obstruction here. Daz and Jay, what are we laughing at? I don't know what we're laughing at. 25 minutes to go here in the first half. So Chris Butler has gone up. So kick out. Nothing happens wrong there. Nothing wrong happens there. No, that's a defensive decision. That's 100% a defensive decision. That's 100% a defensive decision there. Cook Islands have... Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's clear. That's got to be a defensive decision. This should be a try. He does. He goes for the route and decision pending, and try time. Yep, correct call. Correct call. A little bit of common sense there. Commentary was talking about it like it's technically a no try. I disagree. He clearly goes for the tackle. They took it away. Wait, what? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. If you're trolling Skunk, I'll time me out. I don't find it funny if you are. Dasmate says Australian Rugby League on the Sega Mega Drive. That's the way to go. Mitchell says Taruva better get used to scoring. He'll be doing that at least 5 times a game next year. Yeah, don't troll Skunk. You're a moderator, brother. I can't have you trolling, man, because they've called it a try. So I don't know what you're talking about. Taruva better get used to scoring. He'll be doing that at least 5 times a game next year. Yeah, well, see how it goes there for the Tigers. I look forward to it, man. I want to see the Tigers do a lot better. So 4-6 here, kick to come to Fiji from the left-hand side. 17 tries in 23 games for the Panthers in 2024. Now, it's just because, Sam, you've got to realise, right, like, if I'm behind, right, then I'm commentating. So if you tell me that and I go, well, shit, okay, then start talking about it being taken away, and then it ends up that it was fine, it confuses the hell out of people back here. Like, it confuses, like, comments and stuff are fine, but if you're confusing me, then that confuses everybody who's in the stream and whatnot. So that's why we can't really have trolling like that, especially when I'm behind. But it's just such a frustrating game at the moment, man. It's such a frustrating game. Are you doing the Samoa and England game? Yeah, for sure, man. It's on at an awful time, but I will be doing that one for sure. We've got Australia versus New Zealand tomorrow. I'll be doing the Chicago Bulls versus the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow as well. And then tomorrow night we'll be doing Samoa versus England, which is at 2:30 my time in Fiji, 1:30 p.m. 1:30 a.m. New South Wales / Melbourne time, and at 12:30 a.m. for Queenslander. And the kick will be good kick, Tano Milne. Good kick. So 6-6 here, 17 minutes into the game. 6-6. 6. Hopefully this doesn't take it out. Oh, it did. Oh no, it did. Oh no, I think it's working again. All good. W. Yeah, well, hopefully this actually fires his Fiji team up, because I had to give a bit of a roasting for that first 15, but happy they've scored. As soon as Thuruva got that ball, you could see that there was a gap there. I do think the Cook Islands did well to at least get some contact on him. Like, there was a 2-on-1 situated on the outside, but Thuruva didn't need that 2-on-1. But Kami Kamita with a strong run. He'll bring this ball here to the 20, and it'll be first tackle. Ngata Kaura. That was a nice little tackle there. And now it's going to be Ben Nkumbawai taking it down to the 25. Australia winning, Bulls winning, and England losing the same day. How good. Mate, that sounds like a great day. When's the cricket start, by the way, actually, Mitchell? Do you know? When is the games against the Australia-India game start up? Viliami kick out. He'll get this ball hit the 50. Actually, Sam, that's a great thing. I really need Australia to win that. I really need Australia to win that Gorda Bavaskar trophy between Australia and India, because otherwise next year is going to be a hard one for me. Oh, good kick here from Fiji, but Cook Islands will grab the ball at the 15. I really need Australia to win. That's going to be a big old yikes moment if they don't win that one, Sam. Second tackle now at the 20. 18 minutes gone. Won't be able to go anywhere without hearing it. Oh, you remember how the cricket went in the Australia? Oh no, that's my worst nightmare. Full tackle here at the 35, and they go right, and they're going to kick this one through Takarangi inside their own 40. Is there anybody back there? Yeah, there is. Okay, so lucky. November 22nd, I think. Oh, so it's still about a month ago. Oh, away, Toruva's away, taking up the 50. Really strong run there. Jay says, if Warner plays a test, I'm going back to Sheffield Shield. I did see they overturned the captaincy thing, but he retired, man. Surely not. Don't worry, Black Caps are destroying them. I know, Skunkle, I know, but I also saw Australia get them all out for, 67 or whatever it was in Adelaide, and we lost that series. So, but I did see that New Zealand are crushing them. So 6 again here for Fiji. First tackle, 25 metres out. They go left off to Kurt Donahue. Donahue off to Benny Nakombawai. Now Fiji is starting to wake up and be the team we know they are. Maybe they start to wake up now. Donahue off to Billy Bombili kick out. Goes himself here. They can sense blood. They can smell it. They can smell it now. Third tackle. 1 try has given them that little wake up call to really go hard into this. Really go hard into it again. 4th tackle now for Fiji. 8 minutes out. It's because every single player will want to score in this game. I'll be honest with you. Left hand side. They get out to Jennings. Try time. Michael Jennings. Try time, Michael Jennings. And it's going to be 10-6 with the kick to come. 20 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Fiji have decided to actually wake up tonight. And now we're starting to score a bit. 3 weeks away from winning Test 2. Is it in India, Skunkle, or is that in New Zealand? I feel like it's in India, if I'm not mistaken. Hadahoni with Parada says Kiwis go tomorrow, I hope. No. No, Hadahoni. No. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. That would be an awful day at the office. If the Bulls lose to the Thunder, Australia lose to New Zealand, that would be the worst. In India. Wow, that's really poor from India to be losing. Like, New Zealand's a great cricket team in tests and whatnot, but India were in the WTC final alongside Australia. But I know in that first test they got whooped, didn't they? Bottom one out like 46. Yeah, that's right. The first test. Yeah. I remember that. Do any of your other buttons work? Michael Jennings, 157 NRL tries in 307 games. But also, that could also wake up India a little bit, Shangle. Would they go and get absolutely pumped in 2 straight series against New Zealand and Australia? And especially considering that Australia-India is one of the biggest rivalries in the game. Like, obviously, there's Australia and England, but Australia and England is there. Everyone just hates Australia in regards to cricket because we're so good. And it is just a fact. Like, if you say that it's not because Australia is so good at cricket, you're lying to yourselves. You're lying. Who would New Zealand's biggest rivalry be in cricket, Sam? Would it be Australia, or would it? It's because it's not South Africa, obviously. Do New Zealand actually have like a pure rival? Because we're too busy with India and England to think about New Zealand in regards to rivalry in cricket. What would be maybe your biggest rival is Australia, but it's like a Storm Warriors, right? Warriors, one of their biggest rivals is the Storm, but the Storm couldn't care less about the Warriors. So they will get the conversion there, and it'll be 12-6 here to Fiji with 19 minutes to go. Probably India or Bangladesh. Bangladesh? Why Bangladesh? South Africa? No, in rugby union, Hadahoni, I would say South Africa for sure. New Zealand and South Africa is the biggest rivalry in New Zealand, in rugby union. But in regards to cricket, I don't think it would be New Zealand and South Africa. Surely not. I could be wrong, but Bangladesh always touring New Zealand. Yeah, but do you care if, yes, you care, but, is it like a fierce care factor of, oh, wow, how has Tarova caught that, of Bangladesh versus New Zealand? Like, if you lose, then it's like the end of the world kind of deal. Like, if we lose the England Nations, it's the end of the world. If we lose to India, it's the end of the world. But we don't want to lose to New Zealand. We don't want to lose South Africa. We don't want to lose these teams. But at the end of the day, it's not going to lose a lot of the country's sleep. India and England will, especially England, though, obviously. All right, so it's going to be third tackle here for Fiji. 18 and a half minutes to go here of the first half. And Fiji's starting to really make a move on now. They're sensing, they're smelling the blood. They're circling now. Caleb Navali runs the ball really, really well. Who is he aligned to? I know he's aligned to an NRL team. Who is he aligned to? They're trying to get the offload away, and they do get the offload away here, Fiji. This is great work now. Great work now. This is the Fiji team we know, man. Kevin Nangama off to Donahue. Donahue, he puts that ball up into the corner here for Micah Sivo. it's going to be May? No, it's going to be a 7-tackle set here for Cook Islands. I don't think cricket has a big enough following to have a cult rival. Yeah, I would agree. New Zealanders, I guess you don't mind the cricket, but at the end of the day, it follows behind Rugby Union, Rugby League. Australia's got 2 million population. Or what? Is it 2 or 4 million population in New Zealand? New Zealand population. 5 million, sorry. Jeez, I'm being disrespectful. I don't know why it's 2 million. That's like Fiji numbers of 1 million. Second tackle for Cook Islands are actually in the attacking 40 here. They're 35 metres out. So 5 million. 5 million is tough to get as many sports. Like Australia has 26 and we've got obviously quite a few more sports. But cricket would be top 3 for you, surely. But it would be third. Speed Text says, thanks for the update. Watching from Starwell in Australia. Get around your Speed Text. We'll be live for Australia and New Zealand tomorrow too. So I hope you tune in for that one. But right now, Fiji have been awful for the most part of the game. But they've woken up in the last 8 minutes and taken back the lead of 12-6. So the Cook Islands now, 5th tackle at the 15. Navali plays for Manly. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you, mate. So they put that ball, Takarangi, into the corner. Good kick, actually. I think that's a knock-on from, Sivo. Yeah, so it's going to be Cook Islands ball at 10. It's New Zealand and Australia and Rugby Union rivalry. No, I'm very well aware. Rugby Union rivalry. No way, Hadahoni. No way. No way is Wallabies All Blacks the biggest rivalry. Wallabies have a bigger rivalry, in my opinion, with the English. And I would definitely say that South Africa and New Zealand are the biggest rivalry in Rugby Union. Like, don't get me wrong, Australia and New Zealand have a massive rivalry when it comes to Rugby Union, international. But there's no way that I would say that the Wallabies versus... If the Wallabies were better, sure. If the Wallabies were a good Rugby Union team like the 20 years ago, sure. But they're not. South Africa and New Zealand are definitely bigger in regards to that. And Australia hates England more than New Zealand when it comes to it. But then again, that's probably because we're just not a big fan of England. New Zealand versus Oz rivalry in any sport, to be fair. Maybe from New Zealand's perspective, but not for Australians, man. Like, it's a rivalry, but I'm talking about, like, the peak rivalry that people really, really care about. I don't think... chance of Cook Islands 1 metre out. Because cricket, it's not a big rivalry between Australia and New Zealand. Oh, it's a knock-on. Oh, well, how was that? That's... To be fair, he was... he called offside. I thought they were saying that it was tackle on the ruck. I don't know what he was calling there, but sure. So 15.5 to go here. Jeez, the video quality from Suva right now is awful. So Cook Island's so close to going over the line. It's going to be first tackle now. 4 metres out. Oh, they've thrown the ball straight to Fiji. So it's going to be first tackle to Fiji at the 15. Okay, Donahue. Yeah, it was Kitana Katonga who got the ball just then, by the way. Second tackle here for Fiji, and they'll get this ball to the 30. Donahue and Alexander is trying to say that should have been a penalty, Cook Islands. I don't know what he's talking about. Third tackle here at the 40. This is good running here through the middle. Really good running through the middle. And that was Caleb Navali again. Strong run, man. Caleb Navali is having an absolutely bolter of a game here in regards to his ball running. Not all a peak, but I think it's just a rival because it's always been a big brother, little brother mentality. Yeah, look up. So up it goes. Oh, wow. Cook Islands just let that ball bounce, and it's Fiji ball here. To be fair, that went backwards, but I get why they'll call it knock-on. If you're still in Fiji, Blaze, surely go turn your mobile hotspot. See if it fixes the feed. Are you guys getting the same, like, real blurry shit on KO? Is that what... Are you guys getting the same blurry all over the shop stuff on KO, Jack? Yeah, no, I am in Nandi, but... Because for me, it's fine now. It's good quality now, but it was really blurry and all that before. That's weird. Mitchell says, Esau Masters at halfback. Gee whiz, just when I thought I'd seen it all. He actually plays halfback for Cook Islands quite a bit. He actually played in the halves for the Cook Islands in the World Cup. So Cook Islands ball here at the 20. 13.5 to go here of the first half. And now the Cook Islands will be taken down here at the 30. It'll be second tackle. It's like watching YouTube in the lowest quality. Would you say that my stream quality, despite being in Fiji right now, is better quality than the actual footage that we're getting here on the broadcast? Oh no, Fiji are away. Kevin Ungama gets the ball at 35. Cook Islands made a mistake there. Not a single Cook Islands player is onside there, but they're not going to call it. But not a single Cook Islands player was onside. Getting Ungama off, Seb Watson says. Yeah, well, he's not a 5'8", man. This is why I say put Jareen Buller in the 5'8". Put Jareen Buller into the 5'8". Third tackle now at the 20. 12 and a half minutes to go here the first half. Jareen Buller, 5'8", when he's available and selected. Put him in there, 5'8", for the... Oh, beautiful run. Michael Jennings. Right time. Michael Jennings. Bang, 16-6 with a kick to come. Slappity, slap. Michael Jennings goes, Bushka. Bushka. That's a Bushka there by Michael Jennings. It's a Bushka. You can't stop him. You cannot stop Mr. Michael Jennings running through like that, and that is 16-6 with a kick to come. Viliami Kickow found that really nice pass as well for the breakthrough. You are very choppy, but audio is perfect. Yeah, I think that, well, to be fair, today I used the Starlink for the basketball game. Whoever was watching for the basketball, Mitchell, you were watching for the NBA today. Was the visual choppy but the audio perfect? Is it like this stream here? Because I know we use this as well, which is like the Vodafone Wi-Fi and whatnot, when that's not working well. And like, I can try it tomorrow if this isn't good. But at the end of the day, we are in Fiji. It's going to be interesting to see what Southeast Asia is like next year in regards to the internet, to be honest. So 11 minutes to go first half. Tane Milne's been really good in regards to his conversion kicking today. But then again, this is one basically right in front. Both was fine for me. Beautiful, Mitchell. You had me at a low. You had me at a low. 10 minutes to go first half. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, you better damn well go and do it right now. Smack the thumbs up button. You better subscribe. If you don't subscribe, then Tane Milne's going to use that beautiful boot of his and just kick you across the esophagus. That's very aggressive, but welcome. You know, welcome. Better quality here. Appreciate Speed Text. Yeah, look, it's disappointing to see this broadcasting quality, but last week was fine. Last week was fine in regards to the quality of the stream with Papua New Guinea and Fiji. It's in the same stadium. I don't understand why it's poor. Hold on. A friend of mine, well, my brother, I went to the Fiji Papua New Guinea game last week. I'm going to blame him for the loss. Hold on. Where is he? Hey, Jeff. Mr. Jethro, I just got to let you know that obviously you went to the Fiji Papua New Guinea game last week and Fiji lost embarrassingly. So in this game here against the Cook Islands, Fiji are definitely looking a lot better and looking to get a bit of a bigger win here, Jethro. Now, I think that the reason being for that is actually that you were in attendance. So I think you need to sort that out next time. And I'm glad that you're not at this game because Fiji look like they're going to probably win this game now without you there. So I appreciate you, and you're a Muppet. There you go. Get Hainsey in a 5'8". I'm seeing whose kicks he's done. Big old Hainsey. What a bloke. Oh, it's going to be a penalty here to Fiji. And, oh, that's going to be a bin. Oh, only on a report they're going to call. Okay. High contact. Penalty of Fiji. The game being sent on a dial-up connection. Mate, we're watching the game right now through someone's Nokia. Someone's Nokia is currently displaying the broadcast here for KO. So Vili Bombili gets the ball here to the 40. It'll be first tackle. Now they go right-hand side. I'm waiting for Penalty Duncan doing more to come on, to be fair. Second tackle at the halfway point. Fiji Bati, second tackle. And is that Novale again to the 40? Yeah. Nokia 3210, embrace the brick. Mate, who's playing Snake? Stop playing Snake and start showing the game. Fourth tackle. I'm not reading that comment out, Sam. Left-hand side, Kurt Donahue. Donahue now at the 25. He runs out to the right-hand side. Flicks it underneath to Kevin Nangama. And Nangama is going to be 24 metres out. Fifth tackle. They give it... Oh, that's an awful pass. Awful pass, but Donahue picks it up. Then he puts it up into the air here for the outside man, chasing it through. Oh, that's a crunching hit, son. Booska. Booska. Wake up to that one in the... Oh, it's a knock on. It's a try time for Fiji. Oh, how have you messed that up? Tui coming to meet the 5 metres out. It's not a try time for Fiji, sorry, but it should have been. First knock on. There's a double knock on here, so it's going to be Fiji ball at the 10. Fiji ball at the 10 here. That was a huge couple of hits there from Fiji. I'm telling you, they can smell blood in the air. Donahue coming in. No, it's... Like, it's a fine tackle, but don't go and look at it. Oh, tackle's been cleared. Thankfully, common sense, man. Oh, no, the audio. Are you guys getting this audio shit as well? There's no way you guys are getting this audio shit. That audio is scratchy as. HIA for Tui. Tui's going to have to come off for 15 minutes here. Tui coming to Kamita. 8 minutes to go here the first half. Tui coming to Kamita will have to come off here for HIA. The fuzzy crackle noise? Yes, Gunkle. Like, I get it and understand it here, right? But on KO, it's just crazy considering how much they pay for this kind of jazz. I get it's in Fiji and whatnot, but to be fair, Papua New Guinea isn't exactly perfect in this regard either. Mike Sivo, take it down 8 metres out from the line. He really was a try, you can tell. I don't know why Jennings was playing wing then and Sivo was in the centres. All right, off to the big number 17 here. Jordan Miller from the Tigers. Oh my gosh, Mitchell, big fan. Second tackle, 4 metres out, 3 metres out. Oh, he's a big bopper, this Jordan Miller bloke. Oh, he's a big bopper. And they give it out to, they just love this left-hand side. They're not attacking the right-hand side at all, Fiji. Vili Bombili gets the offload away, and they're going back to the left-hand side here, and they're going to score again, I would assume. Jennings will be 5 metres out, gets the offload away to Sivo. Sivo's still going here. This is pure Fiji football right now. They're just offloading the ball like crazy. Third tackle, 3 out. Jennings gives it to Valavatu. Donahue Navale knocks the ball on. Former Tiger apparently has been sacked. Oh, has he? Oh, there you go. Sacked? Like he got sacked? Like he got kicked off for unfortunate reasons? Or are you saying like he just got released? Oh, that's highlights out. Cool. Fitty. I'm okay with it. Yeah, Cool Connors are lucky he's got the ball there. Lucky. Yeah, this commentary is absolutely obsessed with Caleb Navale. Like, I like him, he's good, but geez, they're obsessed with talking about Caleb Navale. So first tackle now for the Cook Islands. Bit different from first 10 minutes. Bit different, Seb. Like, obviously you'll watch it, like there's no way anyone disagrees. Oh, that's a penalty. There's no way anyone could disagree with how I was having to give a little bit of a shape up to the Fiji team after that first 10-15. There's no way. Like, obviously now it's changed a bit, but there is still mistakes in this Fiji. Oh, well, no, that is a knock-on, referee. I know the ball's gone back 20 metres or whatever, but the reason why it came out is because of the head contact on the ball from the Fiji player, which constitutes a knock-on. But sure, let's pretend the rules don't exist there, Chris Butler. Anyway, the first 10 minutes, Seb Watson, were deserved in regards to the roasting that I had to do. Like, that was a disgraceful and pathetic first 10 minutes. I was late to train too many times and he's been sacked by the board. He's filing a lawsuit against the board, apparently. Well, if he's late to training that many times, like multiple times, then he has no court case whatsoever. All right, so first tackle in for Fiji. They're all offside. Every single Cook Islands player is offside there. Semi Valamade taken down to the 45. They're all, look how offside the Cook Islands are. How are they not getting called up? Doesn't matter. They're down to the right-hand side. Tane and Milne taken down to the 10. How is not a single Cook Islands player has been onside at any point of this set. It's a try time for Fiji. I can't believe that was hilarious. The Cook Islands, that was good speed from Fiji. The Cook Islands, I don't think there was a single player onside at any point of that 3-tackle set just then. I don't think at any point of that set, and there was 3 tackles in it, I don't think a single Cook Islands player ever got back onside. I can't. Mafoa scores the try, by the way. Mafoa scores the try. That was hilarious, man. That was really good speed from Fiji. So it was 22-6 here with the kick to come. Tane Milne with a brilliant run up the hey diddle. And he gets taken down to the 10. And then, look, not even on the try line do any of these guys get back on side. Not a single one. Oh, I love them, man. Someone says I could have put more effort in than they did the first 10, and I don't even qualify to play for them. Fair enough, man. You're exactly right. It's true, though. It is true. That first 10 was disgraceful. And the reason why you look at it like that is because you look at the scoreline now and you go, well, considering that first 10 and that first 15, they're now up 22-6 with the kick to come. Oh, it was Kitiana Katonga who scored, sorry. Kitiana Katonga. But you look at this and you go, well, this is the Fiji we know. This is the Fiji we expect. Whatever that team was in the first 10, 15 minutes was more like what we would expect to see out of maybe the Cook Islands. So Tane and Milne here. Can he make it 4 from 4 in the first half? Yeah, I don't know. It's not even windy. I don't know why the ball keeps falling off the tee. It doesn't look that windy. $3:44 to go first half. Come back. There's my point, mate. There's my point. There's my point being made right there, Seb was. I'm not repeating what I just said. I can't bother. Maybe that was a sign. Maybe that was a sign from the heavens to say what you just said isn't acceptable. Knock on there from the Fiji. Knock on from the Fiji. That's random that just turned off, considering that I didn't even move it. 2:17 to go. Long story short, Seb Watson, I was agreeing with what you said, but also adding further context to it. 2:05 to go. Cook Islands pass it out to left. Taken out at 40. Well, I did predict my scoreline before the game started at 44-6, I think it was, wasn't it? I think I said 44 to 6. 6 again here for the Cook Islands. They'll get this ball now to the 42. If someone else is going to score in this game for the Cook Islands, I'll go Davi Mawali. Davi Mawali's ball running has been really strong. I don't know if the Cook Islands score again, but if they do score again, I'd expect it to be through like a big-time bopper like a Davi Mawali. Was going to ask you for you to write it out. Yeah, hold on 1 second. There we go. I've written it out for you. I hope you enjoy that written out context. Third tackle now at the 25. Off to Takaragi. And then, good offload there. That was a really good offload from Pedersen Rabadi. Is he surely he's related to TC. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Is he related to TC Rabadi? Don't bring up that conversation, actually. Toruva, he'll get his ball to the 10. It'll be first tackle. 57 seconds to go the first half. And then Makasivo. That's a strong, big bopper run. Don't drop the ball like you did in the first tackle of the game, though. Can they score one more before half-time? Second tackle now to 25. Yeah, Dreamballer was really good for Fiji last year. Third tackle. They are missing a guy like him. All those words can't have just been no. That was exactly what I said, word for word. And Wonga Blake, fourth tackle now at the 50. Gotta get a bit of a move on if you want to score. 23 seconds to go here the first half. That's arguably a penalty, but sure. Oh, jeez, that's a crunching hit. Can hear the audio going well, but the screen's completely frozen and now completely blurry. They go to the right. There's an opportunity here for Fiji. They kick it over the top, and don't worry, there's something that happened back in the back play. And that, my friends, will be halftime once the siren goes. Time's off. Is there a siren going to happen here at HFC? Oh, that's definitely full pass. Okay, so they haven't played the siren yet. It's been probably 20 seconds since it was half time. Are they going to do the halftime siren or? We're going to play a siren? We're going to go to halftime? We're just going to keep on playing. And there we go. It took about 40 to 50 seconds after it should have been half time for them to do the siren. So we've got audio quality messing up. We've got the broadcast having blurry and stopping and freezing. And we've also got no siren for 50 seconds. So we actually played 41 minutes in that half. But there we go, guys. 24 to 6 here to the phone alarm. Was a bit late. The old phone alarm. The old Nokia. It finds it difficult, mate. There we go, guys. Half time. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. I'm going to go refill my cheeky little Coke Zero, mate. It's empty. I've got to go do it. I've got to get a new Coke Zero. It'd be illegal to not have a Coke Zero here to get me through half time and through the second half here. So hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll be back in a few moments. And there we go. Simple as that. Go Bulls. See you, Red. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Absolutely stunning. Just like this game. Fired up. Fired up with a rip-snorting game. Rip-rorting game. Live stream and alarm phone probably crashed. Yeah, not looking good in regards to... Maybe someone was having a bit of a kip. Maybe someone was having a little bit of a kip at the end of that half. They were like, you know what, Fiji's probably got this one. Let's just wait. Let's just set this alarm so that we can wake up at halftime, press the siren. Obviously, that didn't go to plan. No, that did not go to plan, that one. But let's go have a look at some of these stats, actually. Let's go have a look at some of these statarunos from the first half. Sam, by the way, do you play your video games and whatnot whilst you watch the games? Or do you... Is that... I don't understand. Like, because you say sometimes you're playing games, but... Like, do you have like a screen here and you're playing the game here and you're listening to me there? Like, how do you do it? So, Fiji, Bati, 53%, 47% in regards to possession. Time possession, no way, that's not right. 13 minutes. 13 minutes time possession, Cook Islands 11 minutes. So, you're telling me that there's been 16 minutes of this game with no possession. Okay, sure. 68% completion rate. I've got my game, you, and the match on. He's all over it. 2 monitors. Mate, you're like a monitor king. Gamer nerd Sam, they called him back at school. That is exactly what they called him at school. Yeah, no, he does tell me that privately. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to... Hold on, let me just check and see first. Hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah, no, I was going to say I could read out what his name is in the group chat, but I was like, no, I probably can't. 87 all runs to 82, 1,000 run meters to 602. So they are getting a lot more run meters, and a lot of that's coming from a guy like Adam Navale. You look at the player stats, he's probably run for like 100 odd meters already. Literally 100. Literally 100 meters on the dot. He has run through 9 runs. Wow, Tane Milne with 148 run meters through 9 runs. That's impressive. That's impressive. 1 line break there for Milne. We've had 2 line breaks for Turuva, 2 line breaks there for Michael Jennings. Like, obviously, Jennings has got a double to his name already, and so does Tane Milne. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he's got those 8 points come from the 4 conversions. B is Mans' TV coverage isn't that flash, probably because of all the thunder and lightning last night and early morning in the central part of Fiji. Was there? Oh, yesterday there was, but I'm in Nandi. Like, in Suva, was there? The weather in Nandi's been pretty good, really good today, actually. It was just a little bit of rain later on in the day, as in tonight. Suva weather, is there really? It doesn't say anything about that. But there was a bit of lightning yesterday, I will say that, and that was in the central Fiji. Surely that doesn't have anything to do with it, though. I don't know. I have no idea. But at least we're getting something, right? Like, I know it's blurry at times and the audio is cutting out and whatnot, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with yesterday's lightning, because the weather's not bad now. Surely not. Actually, I want to see, has anybody from the Cook Islands ran over 100 metres yet? Maybe Moali, maybe? No, only 81 metres. Moali is the highest with 81 metres. Issa Masters was 76 run metres. That's the second highest, and he's a halfback there. It's actually pretty good. Not a big fan of him, but that's a pretty good amount. Tepa Maroa has had 19 tackles made with no miss. That's impressive. That's really good. Justin Makareri with 9 tackles and no miss as well. Wow, Takarangi's had a few missed tackles though. He's made 5, missed 4. Cook Islands all day, Jad4 says. Well, good luck with that one, man. Not looking too pretty for the Kukis right now, but they gave it a good go over the first little bit, but they were really helped by 0 from 4 in regards to completed sets for Fiji in the first 10 or so minutes or 7 minutes or whatever. Fiji were beyond pitiful. They were beyond pitiful, but definitely did wake up after they started to get a little bit of momentum. Turuva obviously scored the first try for them and haven't looked back since. I personally don't think Cook Islands score again unless Fiji get complacent, which is very, very potential, like very absolutely high potential that does happen. But obviously Fiji won't be losing this game, but I could easily see them kind of clocking off for a set or two and giving up a try. Logan Balzac says, good to see Fiji pump the second job team. The second job team. The scoreline shows a pumping, but they definitely had to work into it. It took them a good 15 minutes before they started. They were down 6-0 after 15. But then since then, they've dominated. They probably should have... Tane Milne's been really good. Tane Milne in this series, maybe he just is a back row and Rabbitohs have been playing him out of place in that centre. Maybe he should be just simply chucking the back row, because in last week's game against Papua New Guinea, he was actually probably their best player, Tane Milne. And in this game here, I would say that he's also been their best player, especially with his conversions too. Like, Tane Milne has been really strong. Oh, maybe this game, Caleb Navale has been their best, but 148 metres, 4 from 4 in regards to their kicks for Tane Milne. He's had a line break. He's also had 2 offloads in the game, 11 tackles for just the 2 missed. Now, Ben Nkumbawa with 20 tackles and no miss is good. Kitio Kaltonga, 7 tackles, no miss as well. Valame also hasn't missed a tackle through 3. And Tui Kamikamica, 18 tackles and no miss, and obviously was off for the last 8 minutes there. Really solid defence for the most part, but you're going to get that when Cook Islands don't have the attack in them. But yeah, I think Tane Milne's been their best player again. I think Viliami Kikau came with intent. I think that he really tried hard to set a precedent early with some big time hits, but obviously it just didn't go to plan, and they ended up making mistakes, and he fell away a little bit. He hasn't had a great international couple of games though. Viliami Kikau has really struggled in this tournament. One against Papua New Guinea. This one he's been fine. Like, don't get me wrong, he also had a try assist before as well, but he's been fine. But there definitely is players like Caleb Navale have turned up, Tane Milne who have turned up. James Valavatu has been pretty good as well. Stats don't show it, but James Valavatu on the hooker has been pretty decent. Tuiko Kamitha is solid as usual, but need probably a little bit more out of Micah Sivo too. That I guess you do look back at that first tackle game there where he dropped the ball, which does really hamper the spirits in regards to the positivity that you want to speak about Micah in this game. But he has run for 65 metres. But he's also got a lot going on privately as well in regards to the changing from the onto the squeals, from leaving the Eels. He's got a lot going on. So you can understand in regards to tournaments like this, especially when Fiji don't really have much to play for. Like, if they win this game, they would have to hope and pray that the Cook Islands beat Papua New Guinea next week, and I don't think anybody can see that happening. I don't think even the most biased Kuki fan would be able to see the Cook Islands beating Papua New Guinea next week, considering this is what's happening in this game, and Fiji got Pamparuno'd by Papua New Guinea last week. Kikau was a player that can only play good with a good team. With a bad team, he tries to do everything himself, which creates mistakes. I think that's correct. I do. I think that's correct. I think you add Regan Campbell-Gillard in, you add Daniel Saifidi and Jacob Saifidi in, you add Jareen Buller in here. I do think that Viliami Kikau would have a lot more open space to do what Vili Bombili can do. Yeah, I think that if you add those kind of guys in, it gives Kikau the ability to be the kind of guy that he was at Penrith and be the kind of guy that he is at the Dogs. But it's not. Like, to be fair, and this might hurt you a little bit, but Kikau wasn't necessarily unbelievable for the full season for the Dogs. He was only really, really good at the beginning of the year. And I think people look heavily at that Tanner Boyd game against the Titans, and it's like, that was incredible from Vili. But with that being said, it wasn't like he was actually as exceptional as he has been in the past, but it's just like people know what quality he can bring when he is given the right team. So I guess that does say a little bit about the Dogs there, without trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. But yeah, I don't think that Kikau was as good as people made him out to be. I do think there were better Bulldogs players this year, i.e. Matt Burton. Who else would you put up there? Reid Marnie, for the most part, had a good year, but just unfortunately went too deep into that antagonist role. Connor Tracy had a great year. Yeah, I don't think Vili was one of their best. I just think that he had really big spurts in games that reminded people of who he is, and then that kind of stuck with people, so they kind of really heavily focused in on him. So, I love Viliami Kikau. I think he's an incredible back rower. However, I do think that people do look too heavily at him and look for the positives rather than see a lot of the negatives, which is kind of what you've just brought out there, like Ball Soaks. So they're about to come back out here onto the field. About to come back out. I could expect this to be to go away a little bit further. I would expect this first 15 minutes to be quite slow though. That would not surprise me, that's for sure. Comes with the hot and cold games, absolutely. Absolutely. I was like Marcus Sifo. A lot of Fijians are like that, man. Marcus Sifo has a lot of tries in him, but also has these negatives. He has some really, really amazing games and has some really, really poor games. Taruva, maybe not so much really, really poor games, but let's see the Tigers. Let's see if the Tigers, man, because he can have some incredible games too, but also kind of fall away a little bit. But then again, is that because it's the Panthers? And he's not like awful when he has a bad game, the Panthers, but it's not fantastic. The Tigers, we'll see if he's the player that we know that he is. Who else? Api Saikorowisau is always good. He's always good. You know, and that's the thing, right? Like, this Fiji team that's played in this international tournament, they haven't had the Saifidi brothers. They haven't had Regan Campbell-Gillard. They haven't had Shireen Buller. They haven't had Api Saikorowisau. Normally, they would have Wakeham as at least the 6 over Nangama, who is not a 6. So there is a lot of changes to this team that you would see in a World Cup. And I guess that's why Fiji have been so disappointing in this International Pacific Bowl comparatively to what they play like in the World Cup, because it seems like the players just don't give a shit enough to actually play in this tournament and just wait for the World Cup to have their shining light. One of the Dragons signed Sivo for a Lomax replacement. I thought there was like Super League stuff coming. Wasn't there Super League teams they're looking at? Micah Sivo. What's the news around him? First words as a lead. Yeah, he's a lead Rhino player. Yeah, Micah Sivo's first words as a Leeds Rhinos player. Yeah, no, he's officially signed with the Leeds Rhinos. He's not going with the Dragons. I knew he was going somewhere with Super League. Give it the Times like Bull Sacks. Come on. Come in. Come in, Times. Get out of Times. But alright, second half starting. Bang. Thumbs up, subscribe. Kick back and enjoy some promo Rugby League football. And don't forget, tomorrow, we've got 3 streams tomorrow. 1 is the Chicago Bulls Oklahoma City Thunder. 2 is the Australia versus New Zealand game. 3 is England versus Samoa, very late in the night, but we will be here for it. So Fiji will get this ball here to the 20. It'll be first tackle now. And off to Vili Bombili, and Viliami will get this ball to the 30. Offloads it out the back. The number 9's fine, man. The number 9's fine, Valivatu. I've got to really get that into my brain so I can remember the James Valivatu. Third tackle now that gets ball to the 45. Also, I don't think Sivo would necessarily work with the Dragons. It would just kind of be... Actually, how old is Micah Sivo? How old is he? Like 31? 93. Literally 31. Good guess. Well, he'll be 31 in like a couple of days, I think it was. I think it was like 30 November or something. Oh, the ball bounces away, but the Cook Islands do get... Oh, he's knocked the ball on, hasn't he? Oh, no, he has got it at the 10. The crowd went up there as if like he dropped that ball. Oh, Fiji coming with intent. Viliami kick out with a massive hit, and they've lost the ball, and that's going to be Fiji ball at 10. That's the Viliami kick out we want to see, man. That's what he tried to do in the first couple of minutes of this game. Didn't obviously work out. That one works out, forces the error, and it'll be Fiji ball at the 10. That is exactly what he's been trying to do all game, and finally it works out for him. I reckon that originally goes backwards, but then it's the second touch that is a knock on. That is massive there. So Fiji will get the ball 10 metres out. There will be a dramatic change in the quality of game between tonight and tomorrow, though. Oh, that's right. Premier League's on tonight, too. Man City versus Southampton. So Micah Sivo, he'll be 8 metres away here from the line. First tackle, Sonia Toruva gives it out to Valivatu. And Caleb Navale is 10 metres out from the line, second tackle. I'm surprised that Wonga Blake hasn't scored. I'm surprised that Tana Milne hasn't scored. And also Sivo, to be fair. Tuikami Kamitha, he'll be 5 metres out now. He's back from his HIA. Jared Forza, always peachy vex. I don't know what that means. The Pacific Cup would run direction from origin period. The season is miles too long. We had a conversation about this before, Jared Ford, I agree. There was 2 years ago when they had it like in the mid part of the season, around origin time. Fourth tackle off to Kevin Nangama. Nangama underneath here to Sami Valame. And Valame now, fifth tackle, 5 out. And they'll go back here to the left. Off to Donahue. Donahue kicks it through. That's play. That's a knock on there from Fiji. And now Cook Islands pick it up. And they'll bring this ball out here to the 18 through Brad Takarangi. So I don't know what Peachivex means, Jared Ford, but overall I agree with what you're trying to say. In the season is miles too long. Cook Islands second tackle now at the 30. And even for people like myself, and even I would assume for the fans out there like you guys, like it does get long, man, and it does burn you out. We started the season, pre-season, in February. The players start in November. Well, the players start in October, to be fair. Trainings have already started for 2025. So, ultimately, there is no real break. Wow, that's a huge hit there. That's a good hit. I'm surprised they didn't call a penalty. I'm glad Chris Butler didn't call a penalty there. Fiji will bring this ball back through Makasivo to the 30, first tackle. So, yeah, you have the pre-season officially starting up in February. You have the Indigenous versus Maori game, which is apparently potentially being cancelled next year. You've got the Vegas games. You've got the NRL season. You've got Origin. And then you've also got the you've got the Pacific Cup and Pacific Bowl, not even to mention the World Cup that'll happen in 2 years' time. So that's a season that goes from February all the way through till November. So there's only effectively 2 months of actual genuine break of rugby league. So it does help you out in regards to getting the ability to watch some rugby league, but you do get a little bit tired. Left-hand side in Michael Jennings, and Jennings probably should have passed that. Fifth tackle at 25. That may take a while to decipher. I got the gist of it, Jay. I got the gist of it. But I don't know what Peachivex ultimately means. And they kick it through here. Valame chasing it through. Good take there by the 5, taking another 5. Rickson Andrew, I think his name is. Oh, Bati was going for a big hit. He completely missed him, but he was going for it. Fiji are going for some big hits right now. That's a big one too. Third tackle here at the 13. Fiji are trying to go for blood right now, and I mean physical blood, not metaphorical blood, physical blood. Fourth tackle now at the 22. Oh, and there you go. You can hear the audio, but it has gone all blurry and frozen and stuff again, which is what's happening on KA192. And they'll kick this ball down on fifth tackle. Shoya Turuva out to the 30, now to the 35. He cuts it across. This is like, oh, pass the ball, Sivo. That's a big hit there from... I can't see that. It's all blurry on the KO, man. Perceived. Oh, I always perceived. Okay, that makes sense, Jared Ford. Makes sense. Peachivex. I always Peachivexed. Third tackle at the 35. Vale Vatu. Here's a big run from the number 16. I'm not sure who this is. Karlan Mafoa. You can definitely tell. Oh, he's apparently in the Manly system in the past. You can hear his family. Oh, that was a great camera angle of some cameraman walking down the sideline. Fiji, Fiji knock it on, and it'll be Cook Islands ball here at the 15. Remember how I said complacent? That was so funny, man. We just saw some random dude just walking down the sideline. Oh, it's too funny, man. This is Ireland broadcast for sure. But 83 to go. Wait, what's happening here? There's a drama on the bench. Something to do with Mafoa coming on the field on debut, and there's like some dude from the NRL who's having a crack at Fiji. I don't know what's happening, to be honest, and I don't think the commentary does. I don't think anybody does. I don't think the old dude knows. Second tackle here at the 35. Takarangi rolls it back. Fiji are killing it. I don't necessarily agree. I don't necessarily agree, Jared Ford, but they're doing better than Cook Islands, is what we'll say. Four tackle. Oh, well, that's a completed tackle. Sure. Okay. Now four tackle at 31. Kickout is really intent on having a massive game here. You can see that he just really wants to get big hits to make up for last week and probably for the first 15 minutes. Fit tackle for the Cook Islands. Masters to Takarangi. Not an awful kick. It's a good kick. Isom Ioka. Oh, he's lost the ball. Isom Ioka will knock the ball. Oh, they're all celebrating. There's no way. This is definitely knock on here from Isom Ioka. This is for 3 tries and 3 tests here for Ioka, but I don't think he gets it. I think it is a knock on. That was actually a pretty good kick from Takarangi in the end. And really nice work for whoever it was that went up for him to knock it back for Isom Ioka. Turuva, really good defense there. If he does prevent this from being a try, then that is really good defense. Ioka holding on to the ball. Holding on still. Holding on still. He's lost the ball. There's a knock on. Will be a knock on there. And no try. No try. That is a huge play defensively by Turuva. Really good play. So Fiji will be on 0 tackle at the 30. It's definitely not the most enthralling and exciting of contests in this one at the moment. It's a very big mix-up, that's for sure. There's definitely a lot of how you goings, but not the most enthralling, exciting clashes. Second tackle here at the 45. Tane Milne off the cat of Navale, and Navale will be at the 35. Third tackle. I guess when you're looking at games like this with a little bit less quality than you're looking in Australia, that's a good offload, than Australia and New Zealand. Oh my gosh. You look for tries, it's another knock on. You look for tries to kind of get your excitement going. And right about now, like there's just no tries that are getting your excitement going. So it's just lacking in the quality and it's lacking in the tries as well. The offload was good, but Wonga Blake just knocks the ball on there. Yeah. 30 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. You know it's a bit dead when you're stretching during the stream. All right, Cook Islands will bring this ball out to the 25 now. It's definitely not that the Cook Islands aren't trying. They're definitely trying here. It's just they just don't have the quality in comparison. And this is what I said. I think this is what most people knew. But they're definitely having a good, fun time in the crowd right now. You can hear them cheering and getting loud. So third tackle for the Cook Islands, and they'll slip over at the 45. They are going, tugging to him more. Was going for a big hit there. They are just literally, for the rest of this game, they're just looking to have big hit compilations, this Fiji team. They're not looking to tackle normally. They're just looking to have big hit compilations. And Fiji get this ball here to Magasivo, and he'll bring it out to the 15, to the 20, looking for a hole, taken down to the 22. Good tackle by the 15, because that was actually a pretty good hole that Sivo ran to, but he followed him the entire way. Semi Valame now to the 35. Second tackle. At least we're seeing the Cook Islands get onside in this set, unlike that one set where Fiji scored and not one player was onside. Wonga Blake looking for the offload. Good wrap-up defense there from the Cook Islands, however. Who would be the best player who's played so far? Kick out. Good offload. He's had a lot of offloads in this game. 4 tackle at the halfway point. Who would I look at and say has been the best player for the Cook Islands? Jeez, I'm not too sure. Maybe Isan Masters, to be honest. Maybe. There's not been a real standout. Oh, that's a big kick. Nice kick for Fiji. Oh, that's unbelievable from Semi Valame. That's a really nice try. That's a really nice grab in the air from Semi Valame there. And it will be 28-6 with the kick to come from right in front. It's maybe 30-6. That is a really beautiful grab out of the air. That is a grab out of the air. That's not an easy catch as well. Yeah, your kick is only as good as your chase, and that chase was brilliant from Semi Valame. Never gave up, ran it hard, plucked the ball out of the air, scores under the post. Bing bong, ding dong. Welcome to the Bati, son. Dus. Dus. Yeah, he definitely just wants the ball. Isom Ioka should have done a lot better there in regards to challenging for that ball. Valame actually had a bit of a free run at it. Again, it was a good catch and it was a good try and it was a good chase. However, it was a free run because Isom Ioka didn't even go up for the ball. He has been caught unaware. I agree with the commentary. Hey, at least there's a little bit of excitement. Hey, woo-hoo. At least there's a little bit of excitement, a little bit of something. A little bit of yee-haw there from the Cowboy. $27 to go. This game's being broadcasted via a coconut, Bombbox says. Yeah, it's not great quality, man. The game itself is not great quality, the audio is not great quality, and the video quality is pretty poor. They're currently streaming from their Nokia connection in Rotuma. It is not an unbelievable viewing experience. And I guess that's why this game is quite dead and boring, because it's just not a quality experience in regards to the flowing audio, the quality visuals, and then you're seeing knock-ons galore. You're seeing just it's not been the best entertainment value here today, but it's still some rugby. They're going for the short kick here, the Cook Islands, and that's not gone 10, and that's going to be a penalty for Fiji. Dream be lighting up. So Bombwalk, I actually would say that if Dream played, he should play 6. I think Turova should be the fullback and Dream Buller is the 6. So Turova can't play 6. I think that Fiji are crying out for a 6. Kevin Nangama is not a 6. Put Dream Buller into the 6. If you have Regan Campbell-Gillard, Daniel Saifidi, Jacob Saifidi, you've got a massive 4-pack there alongside Tuikami Kamitha and Betty Nakumbawai. If Nakumbawai makes it, to be fair. But and then you obviously... Oh, they didn't even kick the ball out in the full, Fiji. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what I'm watching right now, but it really, really poor. I like that. Well, who else do you put in the 6? Again, the Kevin Agama's just not a 6, and I feel like Dream Ball is probably the most likely player to play 5'8" out of anybody. And you want to fit, especially when you've got a team like Fiji, or just island teams, you need the best players on the field. Oh, Kick-Out's crunched him. You need the best players on the field, and you need Turova. You can't have him on the wing because you've got Sivo, and you've also got Semi Valame, and even Magali Ravalawa as well is not even playing here. So you can't put Turova there. And then in the centres, maybe you push him into the centres where Michael Jennings, who is a little bit older now, maybe you push him there and Dream Bowler goes fullback. But I just think that you may as well leave Turova. Oh, Sivo shot the ball. You may as well leave Turova. Cook Islands taking it to 5, first tackle. May as well leave Turova where he is and put Dream Bowler in a position that changes up the team. So 6 again here for Cook Islands. They go for a short little dummy run. It'll be first tackle now. Counting that 25 minutes down every second. Second tackle now up to 4. What does Kiwis have to do with anything, Jared Ford? Good tackle defensively there by Caleb Navale and Viliami Kikau. Third tackle. Sorry, second tackle still. Takarangi, Isan Masters, and Masters will be third tackle, 15 metres out. Where's Sivo going next year? Desmond says. Leeds Rhinos. The Leeds Rhinos signed him. And Cook Islands, so close. And they will be short by 1 metre, fourth tackle. He will be at the Leeds Rhinos. And 4 tackles down. This is pretty poor here. Takarangi will get wrapped up at the 10. Fifth tackle now, 24 to go. Yeah, and that does take their main kicker out. But again, they've got a centre and a winger playing 5'8" and halfback. Surely there's at least somebody who has trained specifically as a 5'8" and a halfback throughout their career to go into that 5'8" and halfback role. I don't know, man. I don't know at this point. Third tackle at 15. At least with Donahue, despite he's done nothing today, but also he's young, so that gives a bit of a benefit there that he can be taught and developed. Kevin O'Gallagher makes no sense in the sixth, though. So fourth tackle, off to Tane Milne. Tane Milne with a great run here. Fantastic run by Tane Milne. And he'll be taken down at the 50. That's a really strong run. He's clearly beaten the Fijians' best. This is more than likely going to be their last game unless the Cook Islands get the most miracle of miracle wins against Papua New Guinea next week. Actually, yeah, Fiji would actually, if Cook Islands beat Papua New Guinea by any points, Fiji would actually make the final. Second tackle, but that's not going to happen. Cook Islands not beaten what that Papua New Guinea was that we saw last week. And as long as Papua New Guinea don't get complacent. Mitchell says Sivo can go back to kissing Brad Arthur in the change rooms. What is happening here, Mitchell? What did I just read? You're taking advantage of the fact that I'm tired from watching this game by putting that I've just read out. I'm so sorry, Sivo, if you see this. Fifth tackle here with the Cook Islands at the 35. And Takarangi puts that one up high in the air. I let it bounce. Yeah, they let it bounce. And now it's going to be Fiji penalty. Well, why didn't you just let the ball play out there? But like Fiji clearly got the ball 15 metres ahead of where you were and then also had the run. Why don't you just say 6 again or some shit, man? So Tiny Mill comes off. That's an imagine I didn't need to think of. Didn't need to think of that one, Days, mate. No, did not need to think of Micah Sivo and Brad Arthur kissing in the change rooms. Did not need to see or think about that one. But if that's their decision, that's their decision. Who am I to say anything otherwise? Ball here at the 30 for Fiji. Daz, mate, big win for your Lakers today, by the way, against the Suns. I did say to everybody that I thought the Lakers would be a lot better this year than people will give them credit for. Big win there for the Lakers over the Suns. When do we play it, Daz? I don't think it's for a while, because I know we've got the Thunder, then the Grizzlies, then like the Nets or something like that. I don't think we play the Lakers for a while. We usually beat the Lakers. Oh, good run here by the number 16 for Fiji. Good run. Oh, that's a sin bin. That's a 1,000,000,000% a sin bin. That is a 1,000,000,000% a sin bin. That is, get him off the field. Get him off the field. And I don't care if it's unfortunate or not. Delahaye or Wigmore, you're the bin for sure. He's gone past the horizontal, and it's a dangerous tackle. Hit him low, drove, and then flicked him up. I'm sorry, but that's a sin bin. Recommend on report. I'm sorry, but that's called a sin bin every week in the NRL. That is called a sin bin every single week in the NRL. 1,000,000,000% that is called a sin bin every single week. First in the West, stop the count. Mate, Bulls beat the Bucks. Give us the championship already. Lakers, Bulls in the finals. Bulls win. You can't complain with that. You just can't complain with that, Daz. You can't. It's not possible. Some people might pretend they can complain with it, but they can't. We don't play until March. March? No, surely not. March? Chicago Bulls. I reckon Dasmate's drunk. I reckon Dasmate hasn't actually had a look at you. I reckon Dasmate's lying. And... oh, well, hold on. Let me get... oh, it's a one-on-one strip. No, it's a penalty. Penalty Fiji, 10 minutes out. Seeming likely right now that Dasmate is not actually a liar. Yeah, so fun fact for you guys, Dasmate actually isn't a liar, and it's actually closer to April. we played the Lakers twice in the last few games of the season. Yeah, Dasmate is actually a truthful man. Wow. Yeah, wow. So first tackle in for Fiji. 4 minutes out. 20 minutes to go of the game here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Fiji off to Kurt Donahue. Donahue to Caleb Navale. And Navale is going to be 9 minutes out for the line. Who would have thought, Jay? Who would have thunk it that Dasmate was a truthful man? Second tackle. Vadivatu off Donahue. Vidiami Kikau. And Vili Bombili taken down 5 metres out. Third tackle off to Nakumbawai. It'll be 4 metres out now. Lakers on the rest day tomorrow. And Vadivatu will be fifth tackle. He'll be half a metre short here of the line. This 19 minutes is going to be the slowest 19 minutes in the history of Rugby League, by the way. Caleb Navale off to Donahue. Donahue over the top for Sivo. Sivo runs it in himself. Oh, nice flick back there for Michael Jennings for his hat trick. 1, 2, 3. That is a hat trick there for Michael Jennings. And it is going to be 34-6 with a kick to come. My score prediction before the game was 44-6, so right now I'm 10 points off. And this is actually for 6 from 6 from... Oh, Tunnermel's come off the field. Dun 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 dun. We got the Kings. DeMar DeRozan. Actually, how have the Kings been going with DeMar DeRozan? That was just too easy. That was a nice flick out the back there from Michael Sivo. Sacramento. How have they been going with DeMar? I know they lost their first game. Oh, they've only had one game. It was against the T-Wolves, and they lost. But I think DeMar had like 27 points. Yeah, 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. DeMar had a good game. That's all I care about. But I was really happy with today's Bulls performance without DeMar. I think we lose that game with DeMar. 18 to go here. 3 tries, 3 line breaks, 6 tackle busts, and 87 run meters for Michael Jennings today. It says the Cavs might have the easiest start of the season of all time. We played the Raptors, our first game. We played the Pistons today and play the Wizards tomorrow. That is a very easy start. And then you compare that with the nifty little Pelicans, the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee, and then the Oklahoma City Thunder. That kick was pathetic there. Who kicked that kick just then? Unsuccessful kick, to say the least. But yeah, that's an easy start. But our start, man, we got the Bucks, and then we've got the Thunder, and then we've got the Grizzlies. Like, yikes. That's a yikes if I ever did see a yikester. If you are just tuning in, guys, and you're wondering why this stream is, like, dead, it's because the game's dead. DeMar looks so weird in Kings uniform. But yeah, I didn't watch it for that very reason, but I guess I'll see it at some point. Well, when the Bulls play the Kings? Chicago Bulls. Hey, Daz, you know what the most exciting thing about tomorrow is? Actually, I'm going to ask you. I'm not going to tell you. What's the most exciting... And this goes for you too, Mitchell. What's the most exciting thing about tomorrow? What's the most exciting thing? It's a very simple answer. So, Bulls, when we take on the Kings... Geez, not for ages as well. Bulls don't play the Kings till January. 13th of January. We're back to the blurry screen. 4 tackle now at the 45 for Fiji. Yeah, but then you get to get slapped by a guy that's left you not once but twice on the 31st. Oh no. Who are you talking about? And that's going to be... Oh, Cook Islands knocked the ball lines. There's going to be a Fiji ball here at the 13. Who are you talking about? The 31st... Are you talking about the 31st of this month? Or what are you talking about? The Magic. Are you talking about the Magic? There's Wendell Carter. He didn't leave us twice. 31st... The Hornets? I don't think there's anyone from the Hornets there. I don't know who you were talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the Kings. Are you talking like Lakers? Oh, you're talking about him. That shows how tired I am, bro. I am pretty tired, to be fair. All right, so they go left-hand side. Kurt Donahue off to Michael Jennings on potentially for his 4th try. If he can score again. My brain is clocked off for the day, that's for sure. We have clocked off for the day. Yeah, don't worry, Daz. I know now. You're a little bit behind where I'm talking, so I've already seen it. I would have loved if like Daz got angry and saying, I'm talking to Mitchell, not talking to you. Shut up. So this is just a frozen screen. I can hear the audio, but you can't actually see the game right now. This stream is just an absolute mess. Short play here for Kevin Ungama. He'll be 4 metres out. 4 tackle now. Valevatu, Karamnavale, and Katonga, 5 metres out. No one talks to Mitchell, does. No one talks. Oh, it's going to be try time there for Ben Nakumbawai. Ben, Nakumbawai. Ben, oh no, bunker. Oh no, don't go to the bunker because that will stop the clock. Don't go to the bunker because it will stop the clock and we don't want that. This game is dragging on too long. I just want to go to bed. I just want to go to bed. Who's offside? Is he offside? Is he one? Nakumbawai, he's onside, mate. Why go to the bunker, Muppet Man? He's onside. You can't stop him, mate. You just can't stop him. Possession taken cleanly. That's going to be try time. It's about to be 38-6 for the kid to come. Bulls legend D-Wade, mate. Bulls legend D-Wade for sure. I can't believe Miami Heat try to claim him. No way. Bulls legend Dwayne Wade. Alright, try it will be confirmed here. Your score prediction's on. Mitchell, it's pretty on here. Would need them to score and miss another kick, though, which is pretty likely if they're out wide, because Tane Milne's off, who was perfect with his kicking. Tane Milne's gone off. Whoever's the one converting was awful just then. So my score prediction is actually bang on at the moment. As long as this gets converted, which it should. If it doesn't, then there's a big problem. Then there's a really big problem. And close enough, anyway. When you watch enough rugby league, you have a decent enough idea. You know? Oh, it's back to the frozen screen here on just random people in the crowd. At least we got to see them. Both finals are at Combank. Interesting. Yeah. Is the women's on the same day, Daz? Or is there a women's final on that day? Or is it just the Papua New Guinea, Tonga and the Australia New Zealand games? Surely there's some form of women's game on. They will get the kick, so it will be 40-6. All right, scoreline prediction is on, mate. We are so on, mate. We're so on. I've never seen someone more on in my life than us right now with that scoreline prediction. At least we've got some Fiji and beats coming up. This is the state of our stream right now. This is the state of our stream. I'm just sitting here vibing to the Fiji music. Not even saying anything, just vibing. Just vibing. That's off the Cook Islands, and that'll be Fiji ball here at the 38. So now I'm spitting everywhere. I'm just sitting here, putting my feet up, singing Kumbaya. Jay's gone to bed, mate. Jay's gone to bed. He's not even here anymore. He's like, you know what? Screw this. Screw this. Fair enough. Jay, we've got a big day tomorrow with our Chicago Bulls, mate. We've got a big day tomorrow. Australia and New Zealand will be a big stream, to be honest. Samoa, England could be a big stream. That's at a good time for you, to be honest, as well, Jay. But this has been a bit of a drab. Yeah, the women are on the same day. Well, Australia play New Zealand on the same day. Good stuff. Oh, that's a knock on. That's over the sideline, and that sums up the game. Oh boy. Or maybe when I said 44-6, I was saying 40 and Cook Islands for 6. You know? 40, Cook Islands for 6. That's probably what I was saying, to be honest. So Cook Islands get this ball, first tackle out of the 40. 12 minutes to go here. I wish there were more comments to get rid of that stupid Sivo can go back to kissing Brad Arthur in the change rooms comment. Because every time I look at the chat, I could just see that stupid comment from Mitchell. Jeez, big hit there. Cook Islands flick out the back, and now they'll be taken down here at the halfway point. Yeah, Papua New Guinea are going to whoop Cook Islands next week, man. Oh, stop stopping the clock here, Chris Butler. Oh, stop biffoing, please. No, please, don't stop the clock for a biffo. Just allow... Oh, now it's a penalty. And now it's a penalty. It's a penalty Cook Islands for a bit of a biffo there. That was actually really good from Chris Butler just to call a penalty and say, get out of here. I told you in the first half. Don't have to see it anymore. What stupid comments. Oh no, I'm so tired. Cook Islands now 22 metres out. If the Cook Islands score, they'll be happy with a scoreline of 44-12. They can get the conversion. I think they'll be pretty content with that. Oh, that's a knock on. A Fiji away. Kurt Donahue. He's got Kevin Ngama. Doesn't pass it to him though. Kurt Donahue. Now he gives it off to Sivo at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. Oh, he will score. Sivo. Sivo. 10 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe. This is out wide on the wing as well, so this scoreline prediction could potentially be on. We just need no more points to be scored in this game. If there is no more points scored in this game, I got the scoreline bang on prediction of 44-6. But the knock on there from the Cook Islands, Kurt Donahue grabbed it at the 20, got it to the 30, the 35, the 40, stepped back, then realised he had Sivo, gets it to Sivo. Sivo just outpaces Brad Takarangi there and got actually take it down, but then picks himself back up and gets the ball over the try line. Close game. Close game, son. What a game. Dun dun dun. Sivo's attacking like a machine. Why do I do this to myself? Why do we do this to ourselves, lads? Well, we don't stop the stream unless the game is finished. We always will go to the end. I'll never leave you hanging. I never leave you hanging. Do 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 do. Like, what is that to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that to talk about in regards to this game? Marcus Hiva tonight, one try assist, million knock-ons. William Kickout will come off the field now. Touching me, touching you, do 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 do, sweet Caroline, dun dun dun. Oh, Tana Mills come back on the field. Daniel says, being up so much, why do they keep scoring? No sportsmanship. Well, man, like this fine. You know, we saw in the World Cup, Tonga beat Cook Islands 92-6 or whatever it was, 94-6. You know, this is just what happens, Daniel. You know, they're going to keep on playing. And at the end of the day, what? If you get a free open try line, you're just going to throw the ball over the sideline? It's just not going to happen, especially when it comes to rugby league. Rugby league is a very, very strong man kind of game. Oh, Tony Milne comes back and gets a kick, so he ruined my score prediction. But it's a very manly kind of game, right? So the ego is there, the pride is there, and no, it's not about sportsmanship. It's just not how the game plays. It's called the circle of life, chasers. Mate, if Fiji could go and score 60 here, they would do that. And I don't think anybody would really have a problem with it. Not even the Cook Islands would have a problem with it. Like, I get in the NBA, they don't do the scoring and whatnot, but in the NFL, they would just keep on blowing them out for the most part, unless it's like a massive scoreline. This isn't a whopping scoreline as well, mind you. Like, it's a big one, but it's not a massive whopping scoreline. Tough Ditster says, Rugby Union, we see teams winning by 100 in World Cups as well. Tano Milne with 237 run mates tonight. I'm going to say 2 more tries scored in this game. I'm going to say... whoa, that's a big hit by Takarangi. Takarangi is just laid on a massive shot. I'm going to call Tana Milne to score a try, and I will say, they're away. Jennings at the 40, Jennings at the 50, Jennings at the 40, the 30, the 20, 15, good defense. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice try, man. That's a nice try. So Marco Silva will score in the side after a great flick there from Jennings, and it's 50-6 with the kick to come, 8 minutes to go. Any subs are all started still. Oh no, the subs are on, mate. There's only 4 anyway, but the subs are on. Call Strike says this is hardly a championship. Mate, what do you want? Like, Call Strike, what do you want from the Cook Islands, man? Like, did you expect the Cook Islands to win this game? And this is also not the championship, mind you. This is the Pacific Bowl. Pacific Cup is the one you look out for the Australia, New Zealand, and Tonga. But, like, what were you expecting from this game, Call Strike? Cook Islands, there is barely any recognisable names across their lineup. Fiji have an entire NRL 1 through 5. Their halves are an issue. But, like, they've still... Like, I don't understand what you kind of expected from this matchup. My next live stream, I've got 3 live streams tomorrow. We've got the Bulls versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've got the Australia versus New Zealand game in the Pacific Championship Cup. And then you've got the England versus Samoa game later on tomorrow night. Which, mind you, for Call Strike's sake, Samoa will more than likely get whooped in that game. But we'll see. I would like to see Samoa win it, but I don't know. The Rugby League international landscape is very, very tough. Very, very tough because there is only so much talent that you can fit into the NRL. And there's only so much talent around. And most of those guys come from Australia. And the development and the production value... Tano Milne has not missed a kick all night, mind you. Call it the whooping shit. But, like, look at the Pacific Cup last year. Australia flogged Samoa and New Zealand flogged Samoa. Mitchell says, no sportsmanship from Fiji, should have ran a quarterback kneel. 6.5 to go here. Fiji can still hit 60 here. And I just want to point this out. Fiji have not been fantastic today, but they're going to win by 60. I won't be on the ball stream because I'll be courtside again. Yeah, but you'll be courtside in bed. Have a look at this crowd. There's like 3 people dancing, Vossi. 3 people dancing, Vossi. And there'll be... Cook Islands ball. No, knock on from the Cook Islands. Six and a half to go. Actually, I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna put this in the moderators chat. I'm gonna let you guys know the announcement before I put it public in regards to next year. So keep an eye on the moderators Discord chat. Jay and Daz. 6 minutes to go. Maybe not tonight. I'm too tired tonight, but probably tomorrow. If that... It goes backwards from Fiji, if anything, but I think it's a Cook Islands knock on. Mine's slowly shrinking. I'm just trying to survive here, Jay. I'm just trying to survive. We're all just trying to survive this last 6 minutes of this game. And surviving the bad sportsmanship, you know? No, it's a valid question from Daniel, but obviously most rugby league fans will laugh at that. It's like with the Titans and Warriors. Do you think if the Titans could have scored more than 66 points, they would have stopped? No, they would have gone for blood, man. That's just the passion and the rivalry of rugby league, right? The fierceness of rugby league. There's no stopping Like, when you've got your foot down in their throat, it's push harder. That's how rugby league is played. It's like in football. Like, if you're up by 9-0, I guarantee you they're still trying to score to make it 10. In baseball, you're up by 17-0. You've still got to get through the rest of the game. You're going to try and go 20-25. Masamu says, who was Fiji's best? Tanamil was great. Caleb Navale was solid. Viliami Kikau was solid enough. Michael Jennings has been really good. I'd say Michael Jennings. Jennings with, 3 tries? Or 4 tries, is it now? Is it 3 or 4? 3 tries and a try assist at the minimum anyway. Let's have a look. 3 tries, yeah. 3 tries and I think maybe 1 or 2 try assists. Definitely 1 at the very least. I'd go Jennings as the player of the match. Second tackle now, 6 minutes to go. Mitchell says, Cowboys should have stopped at 6 and said they scored 68 more points. Yep, 74-0 did happen. Yes. Yes, they did. I remember, well, I didn't watch it, but Australia, the Socceroos beat American Samoa like 31-0. I spoke to Archie Thompson about it, and he was on the podcast here on the channel actually ages ago. Caleb Navale, 10 metres out of the line, and there's nothing in the thought process about stopping and just not continue to score. Kurt Donahue off to Milne off to Wonga Blake here to Valame, try time, 56-6 with the kick to come. 56-6 with a kick to come. Is this a surprise? No. Should the Cook Islands be in this tournament? I don't think so. What is the benefit? What is the benefit? Maybe that's a bit harsh, but maybe I'm better to talk about that tomorrow when we haven't been up for this long watching this. It's not like it's an awful statement though. Like, what is the... It's like the Papua New Guinea women going up against Australia. Like, the Cook Islands still have a long, long way of development to go. Putting them in this tournament with Fiji and Papua New Guinea was always going to result in this. And if Fiji are beating them 56-6, can you imagine what Papua New Guinea is going to do them to the next week if they play like they did last week? But you just got to hope... Cook Islands just got to hope they come in complacent and they can wake up for it. But again, I repeat... Their halves are a centre and a winger. The Cook Islands halfback and 5'8" is a centre and a winger. Geez, they're really loving putting these same people on in the crowd over there on the concrete. They're really loving those girls. Highway to hell. Highway to hell. That's a good song. So Kevin Ngama here for the kick. If he makes this, he's 100 million to 1 to make this, and he missed it. After what I saw on the first kick that he made, he attempted. I knew he was missing that. 56-6 with 3:47 to go. Marcel says, who should replace Cook Islands if they weren't in this comp? That's the point, and that's why I say, like, I'm probably better to talk to you about this tomorrow because there is nobody else that could replace them, man. You know, you've got New Zealand, Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Cook Islands, Papua New Guinea, and Australia already here, plus also, yeah, there's just nobody else you could do unless you decide to bring England down, but England want to have their own tournaments up there. Like against Samoa last year, Tonga last year and Samoa this year. There just isn't another team that could do it. There's not. So, like, the Cook Islands do need to be there, but you could also, if you didn't want to send a team up to England, you could take away the Cook Islands and just put Samoa back in next year. Then it's a Samoa, Papua New Guinea, Fiji, Tonga, Australia, and New Zealand. But then that becomes like a subsidiary World Cup, and then it just defeats the purpose of a World Cup every 4 years. So that's why you can't really do that. And if Samoa play against the Cook Islands, if Samoa play against Fiji and Papua New Guinea, Samoa are going to win that every time. If Tonga play against Fiji and Papua New Guinea, Tonga's going to win every time. If, you know, Australia, New Zealand, any one of them, they're going to win every time. So this is why it's so difficult, and you have to have Cook Islands here. But yeah, Ben Friggis Fiji's cooked them. It's going to happen. It's always going to happen there, man. Who have you got in the England-Samoa game? LG says, look, I think Samoa has the better team, LG. I think they do have the better team. However, I feel like going to England I don't think this is the I don't think the Samoans will be as strong as they were in the semi-final of the World Cup. We all saw what happened in the first game of the World Cup, where England absolutely slapped them. I don't think that's going to happen, but I could see like a 10-point win, 12-point win to England. So I'll tip England, but I do believe Samoa has the better team on paper. That doesn't mean that I think they win though. Cook Island's taking down here at the 8. Andrew W with the £5 donation. Get around you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Said I had a small win based on the overs, so buy yourself a Coke Zero, mate. Up the Blues later. Getting ready to leave for the game shortly. Good luck tonight, mate. We appreciate your support of the channel, man. And yeah, get around the citizens, man. Get around them. Should do off with Southampton, but but yeah, appreciate your donation there, champ. And 56-6 is the scoreline here. Yeah, that's right. I did say over 50.5 and minus 15.5. Jay says Hamilton Island should scrub together a team. get around the Easter Island. I was trying to think of a name, but I didn't want to say a name just in case it was controversial. Ben Fricker says, do you think we have a better chance against New Zealand compared to last year? What do you mean? We beat them last year. They beat us once and we beat them once. So what do you mean? If you're asking me if I think we win, then sure, I think Australia wins. Because I think they'll have revenge for last year. Cook Islands, a minute 20 to go here. First tackle, 4 minutes out. So if you're asking my tip, then we'll talk about it more tomorrow. But yes, I am tipping Australia. But can New Zealand win? Sure, it's in Christchurch. So a lot of the time you'll find that New Zealand beats Australia in New Zealand, and Australia will beat New Zealand in Australia, which is, I guess, expected. Australia is more likely to beat New Zealand in New Zealand than New Zealand is likely to beat Australia in Australia. That's just kind of how it's always gone. Marcel says it's unfortunate that most of the international games and Pacific games are so predictable. Yeah, tomorrow's not predictable. Papua New Guinea Fiji last week wasn't predictable. Cook Island might score a try here. 4th tackle, and they'll be held up. But yeah, England Samoa was not predictable. This game was predictable. Papua New Guinea Cook Islands next week will be predictable. Tonga New Zealand next week, I don't believe is as predictable as you probably assume. I think that depending on how New Zealand play tomorrow, I could see a world where Tonga do beat New Zealand. But it just comes down to how New Zealand play tomorrow. That's a knock-on and forward pass. From Cook Islands, 47 seconds to go here. So I think that wait for tomorrow to see how New Zealand play, but there is a world where Tonga beat New Zealand next week. So I think you're heavily focusing on, and it's not an insult, but you're heavily focusing on individual games like this, because to repeat, Australia-Tonga was predictable. Papua New Guinea Fiji was not predictable. Fiji Cook Islands is definitely predictable, and same with Papua New Guinea Cook Islands next week. Australia-New Zealand is not predictable. England Samoa is not predictable. And Tonga New Zealand is not predictable. So I think there's too much of a heavy bias heavy focus on games like this. And I get it because we're live right now. You know, we're watching this game right now. But I think you come back to this tomorrow, you understand what I'm getting at. But the game is over here. The siren hasn't gone like the first half. It was 50 seconds late in the first half. Let's see if we get a siren here today. But guys, do me a favour, hit that like button and subscribe. We have still sucked through with the stream regardless of the quality of the game. So I still hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow we've got Bulls Thunder. We'll have Australia, New Zealand and England Samoa. But there we go, guys. There is the game. Fiji winners 56-6. They scored 56 unanswered points. It was 6-0 Cook Islands at one stage. Yeah, not the most enthralling of games to watch, and the quality of the broadcast wasn't fantastic. But I guess now Fiji still have a chance of making that final. They just need to really pray that Cook Islands can have the most miracle of miracle wins against Papua New Guinea next week, which is highly, highly doubtful. But Fiji are alive if the Cook Islands can beat Papua New Guinea next week. But alrighty guys, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe to BKRtravel. That is going to be absolutely pumped in 2025. I can tell you there's a big announcement coming soon. I can't even fathom exactly how much that changes a lot. So go subscribe to BKRtravel. That's happening for sure, I can tell you. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. But alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later.